You're at that age? Get it.
Oh, once again, it's on. Welcome back to another great episode of the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. Of course, you know, the man on the street is back, and I'm looking good, as I may say myself.
Oh, Lord, somebody help him.
This is what we go through.
Mr. Clean.
He got a mirror that doesn't have reflection.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
My mother said I'm good looking. That's all that matters. Well, when she used to say it.
The beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street. Pharaoh King.
Hey, happy hump day.
This motherfucker talking shit. He was looking in the mirror, looking at his goddamn self. The fuck? I'm going for one. I'm going for 2 damn weeks. I'm going for 2 damn weeks. The motherfucker forgot how to do the intro. What the fuck?
They don't.
No, I said happy hump day, Pharaoh King.
You don't.
Yeah, but you were slow as hell.
Yeah. I'm like, what
He's that private.
Oh, it's because there's a lag. There's a lag between me and you, man on the street. I hear them just fine, but you're not lagging.
It only matters where it comes through, how it comes through to us. That's all that matters. We don't care about none of that.
I got you.
All right.
You're fucked up internet again.
We on the same internet, Negro.
For those of you who don't know, matter of fact, they
upgraded your side before they came to my side.
That's that Georgia internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, we're back.
Grovetown internet. Don't say Georgia, it's Grovetown.
Yeah.
That's called the hookup.
Yeah, ain't no hookup. They send me a bill every month. If I had a hookup, I won't have no goddamn bill.
Right. On time.
But ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you out to our sports podcast that we do. We call it Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. But if this is your first time ever checking us out, this is how we always start our podcast off. We always got to ask the brothers how was their day. But man, Tim Dog, man, how was your day?
Man, my day was copacetic, okadori, all right. I got a phone call from a guy I was stationed with in Germany. And it's so weird that I haven't spoken to him in so many years. And he called right before the show. And I was like, ah! And oh man, it was wonderful.
Did he ask you for money?
Hell no. Shit,
Okay,
I need to ask him. He a radiologist down there.
Hey, everybody, I just want you to know when he said long time ago, that's when they was using the Deutschmark, not the euro. That's how long ago it was.
Oh yeah, we talking Deutschmark, all right. I was getting paid off that shit, boy.
Glad to see that your friends keep in contact with you, man. Like I say, nothing like military friends. I know we all do this, man. Sometimes you're closer with your military family than you are your actual family because you go through so much. So good looking at that homeboy looked out for you and hit you up, man. That's
Eric Flowers. I hope you're watching. If not,
you catch me flip side. What about you, Shada, man? How was your day?
I couldn't call it, man. Just thanking the Lord that I could see another day on this side of the daggone dirt. So, yeah, man, my day was pretty uneventful. Just got up this morning and I had to, so last night my wife comes in and starts telling me how my grandbaby was out running around on my lanai last night and came in the house and the bottom of her feet looked like she just escaped slavery. So I had to go ahead and power wash my whole lanai today and do the fact because, you know, my grandbaby can't be, she can't be having no slave feet. Can't have that. Nope.
Well, she getting broken in, man. We all had some slave feet growing up.
I had to go. I power wash the heck out of my.
This dude, that new man, she got it. No, this that new Negro. Oh man, he getting where you come from. That's that new Negro. Oh, I can't have my grandbaby. Your ass had dirty feet all goddamn day.
Your feet.
I ran around barefoot. Yes,
this joker from Jamaica.
I'm not ashamed.
You still got my slave feet. Right. Now you got new Negroes. Well, I tell you, these new Negroes are something else.
You call it what you want.
Listen, man on the street. He know damn well the bottom of his feet matched his skin. He know that.
Yeah. You got to break your granddaughter in, man.
bro. Don't do that.
We all
Here's
had that,
one
man.
One thing I don't play about is my feet. Don't do that.
But you got to break that. All I'm saying is, man, you got to break your granddaughter in. Let her walk on our hot street. She got to feel it, man, so she know how it feels.
No, you don't understand.
Right.
Hot tar.
No,
Hey,
she will not.
You say Mill Street. You got to step on the. You got to step on the sand spur.
You got to stay on the sand first.
You got to step on the sand spur. You got to step in the cactus. You got to get your foot caught in the crack. You know what I mean? Trip on some shit.
And you got to get in the pool with some glass.
I worked.
There is.
I went all over the world in the United States Army doing bull crap, so she don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Hey, Shaka, I thought you was gonna say you was gonna power wash her feet. That's what I thought you was gonna say.
Babe, nah, man. Power wash my lanai.
No, I heard that part.
I got you. I got you, man. I see what you say, babe. What about you, Pharaoh K, man? How was your day?
I would say, man, I had a pretty interesting day. Got a bunch of new soldiers at the job. Everybody is shit. Everybody's like wet behind the ears. They just popped out, man. You know what I mean? So to listen to their stories, and realize I'm glad I grew up when I did, because you're gonna have a grandfather like Shada. These kids ain't gonna.
Yeah. See, talking about grandkids, the internet.
Don't you talk about my baby. Don't you talk about my baby. God don't like ugly.
God don't like ugly. So we didn't hear what you. All we saw with your ass froze when you were saying something, so we don't know what the hell you saying. You froze right in the middle of your goddamn.
Every time you're lying, always flying. Freeze up.
Yeah, I just know. I heard one of the soldiers say, because she's Hispanic, she's Mexican. She's like, I believe in my era, people are just immature because they don't really know what racism is. They just immature. They just say things because they don't know anything about history or whatever. I'm like, I never heard that take before, but if that's how you see it, shit, I don't know.
It is what it is. It is what it is, man. I hear you, man. Well, train them soldiers, man. Give them some knowledge, my brother. As for me, fellas, man, my day went well. Like always, man.
Every day you talk to the wrong person.
Every day that you wake up, you're on this side of the dirt, man. You're just glad that you're alive. That's the main thing. So I'm glad to be here. Glad to be back. I'm glad to be back because I gave Tim a little bit of power. And it went to his head. Now this motherfucker trying to control the board from his side of the table. We on the show the other night. He trying to control the show, so I had to come back to show him how it's done.
He said he tried to JD Vance you, man.
Yeah, he tried to JD Vance you.
I try to help a nigga out. This is what you get. God damn. Did something one time.
You say $10. I'm grateful as Negro.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking, man. No, fellas, I'm joking. Y'all know I'm joking, man. Tim Dog, you did a great job, man. Thank you. And we'll be calling you again.
That's what he
but
we'll be calling on you
believe
again.
it or not, I learned some stuff. As you can see, I got some shit back here. Thanks to you. I've been buckling down.
Yeah, I tell you, man, once you get a handle of it, there's nothing you can't do. Fellas, man, we got a great conversation for us tonight. Great sports conversation. I sent y'all what we were going to be talking about. I didn't send y'all this because I want to get y'all reaction because of the fact that I didn't expect it, and I don't think that y'all would have expected it either.
72-70, Duke, 10 seconds to go.
Got to cut and run through the ball. They'll do better than this guy.
Get it into Boozer, back for Sarr, ahead, Boozer, that ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds, Mullins tosses it up. Oh! It's good! We're point 3! UConn goes in front!
Utterly impossible.
I know we're going to be talking about the Final Fours, both men and women, but I want us to discuss that first. That and the LSU Duke women's Sweet 16 shot. So Tim Dog, what are your thoughts on that shot that my man made from UConn?
Oh man, you talking about against Duke? Man, yeah. Duke, they won. Oh my God,
I'm gonna turn my phone off.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I turned my day. I don't know what the hell.
I'm messing with you, man. Go ahead, Tim Dog.
The thing is, Duke, it's like they took them for granted, thought that, UConn, because they came out stomping in the beginning. Duke did.
Yeah.
All of a
It was up by
sudden,
15, I
UConn,
believe. Wasn't it up by 15 or something like that?
yeah. Uh-huh. And then the UConn, them boys, they were scrappy. They were scrappy. And I think I said something last week. What if UConn didn't? Nope. I was talking to my neighbor, but I was saying UConn men and women getting to the Final Four. But
Yeah.
that was that. Hey, Boozer, he fucked up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you say that. Shada, did he really messed up Shada, or did that pressure mess him up? What do you say, Shada?
First of all, I kind of told y'all this was going to be a possibility because we're talking about Jump Shot University, and all I can tell you is I have never seen a school produce jump shooters, such beautiful jump shooters all over the place. And I will be the first to say I was not expecting that shot to go in.
Okay.
When that ball left his hand, I was like, oh my goodness, this is not going to be a Christian Laettner moment, is it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, the fact that they let him get a clean look like that, but in Boozer's daggone defense, it's the end of the game. It's an NCAA tournament. You already know the history that you and UConn have as far as basketball tournaments go. So, of course, at the end of the game, you're going to be tight. You're going to something simple as holding the ball. Everybody keeps saying, all you got to do is hold the ball. Bro, when you are going to the national championship and you are Duke and your last name is Boozer and you get the ball in your hand, that's a lot of pressure. And everybody can't say they would have made the right decision. He thought he would have got a clean shot over those two players. That's all it was. That's why NCAA tournament time is always the best time for basketball, because you actually see basketball execution. And it was one of them situations where it was just the right time. The moon was aligned correctly for that young man, and the ball went through the hoop, period.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm glad you say that, because a lot of people, and he was down on himself as well. He tried to make the right play, Farrell, but of course, those two guys crashed down on him, trapped him, and it was able to tip the ball away. Of course, the other two guys have to come back down the court because I think it was damn near 5-on-2, 5-on-3 rather. And my man got a clean shot. So what are your thoughts on the way that Boozer, they saying that basically he did I'm not going to say he did what's the man from Michigan? Call the timeout.
Chris Webber.
Chris Webber. He didn't do a Chris Webber, but he feels as though that he did. Your thoughts on Farrell?
No, he did a J.R. Smith. That's what the fuck he did.
Stop that. Don't do that. Don't do him like that. Don't do him like
that.
That's what he did.
And old boy looked like Reggie Miller.
I know you. Listen. I know you into these games and you
said
know whatever the case is. I'm telling you now, nobody here on this channel has been in the pressure moment like he was in at that moment. So I would say this. I'm talking about doing a game, at that level. So I would say this. I believe coaching was forgotten at that moment because of the excitement of the game. Yes, I believe it was a bonehead play because they up 2. All he had to do is take the foul, right?
You're up 1.
You shoot one more free throw, you make 50%. Now that 3 that we think that wasn't going to go in, guess what? The horseshoe ain't in his pocket, and he's gonna miss that fucking 3.
Yeah, and just like Joe just said. Yeah, go ahead, Farrell. No.
Yeah. I understand that they blew a 19-point lead, but guess what, Joe? We know that goddamn
cross country
FanDuel. We know that goddamn DraftKings. We know all those things are played in because there was only I think a 5.5 point favorite or 1.5 point favorite going into. So we know that. So you can't have a 19-point lead toward the end of the game and make the spread. I believe that played a big part in what we saw that night.
And in response to one of our viewers there that just put that back up, that last comment.
Joe.
Come on, Joe.
Joey. So I'm talking about the one after that from Juan.
Talking about Juan?
Yeah. Oh, and he said I had been in that moment in cross country. Tim was like, "What the hell is that?" You know what cross country?
No, I said cross country. What? You got skiing,
running across the goddamn border. You got the goddamn ice ages behind your ass. You got to run. Juan had to run. They almost caught his ass. They almost caught his ass.
Riding too.
Yeah, they almost caught his ass, so he had to run. And so I understand why when he say
this
he
is why
was in that
this is
goddamn
why
moment.
diversity and equity is under attack in this country.
I'm just saying what the brother said, so I got you one. But back to the Duke of Connecticut situation. I understand that Connecticut came back, they fought back, and they did what they needed to do. But Farrell, you say something about the coaching. The coaching, I don't know if Duke had a timeout or not, but it seems though that they didn't because they got the ball, didn't call a timeout, and they took it in. If I was the head coach, I would have got if I had a timeout. I don't know if they had a timeout or not.
They did
took
not.
The timeout and advanced the ball to the other end. So they didn't have a timeout. They
did not have a timeout.
Okay,
that's what created another pressure point for them.
Okay, all right.
So that's why I alluded to the point. You know they're gonna foul you. Throw it to the person who makes the foul shots. But when they did throw the ball in, my man threw to Boozer instead of that guy taking the fouls.
I see what you're saying. Take the ball up the court because they're going to foul you.
It's like you're fouled. They're going to try to foul you because you're only down. You're only up 2.
But in his defense, I don't care what nobody says, bro. You're looking at that situation and you get the ball, and you're thinking to myself, I want this clock to run out so we can win the game.
Yeah.
Shawty, you missed my point. You missed my point because you're trying to coach. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is when they threw the ball in, the first person who got the ball probably was the person that's supposed to take the foul shots. He let the ball go to Boozer. Boozer was not in that. Boozer was just trying to make a play.
But what I'm saying is when the ball came into on the left-hand side of the court, they passed it back under the basket, and then Boozer got it. So it went to somebody's hand before Boozer got it. That's all I'm saying.
I guess what he's saying. What he's saying, Boozer should have never got the ball. Whoever the guard was, he should have kept the ball and dribbled up the court because they was going to foul and they needed to foul instead of giving it to Boozer. Either way it went.
I'm saying this is what I'm seeing. You're trying to coach because you're getting emotional with whatever happened. That's not what I'm saying. The coaching that we've always seen is whenever they're down or whenever you up, go ahead and let them foul you. You see it in the NBA all the time, but they try to move the ball around to keep from getting that foul to let the clock run out. You're winning. Take the fucking foul.
What I'm saying, I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is that's probably what was said, and I'm saying in the pressure of the moment, he just daggone had a brain for it. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I said. You have to mimic everything I said, Tyler.
Yeah, and that's what it boils down to, man. Those pressure situations like that, hopefully they'll learn from that. Hopefully the Boozers brothers, they're not one and done. But, my man made the shot.
He one and done.
Yeah. He shot that ball with confidence, so he knew it was going to go in. I mean, these guys got range now that you expect those guys to make those type of shots. But, hey, we'll see. They're in the Final Four.
Well, I mean, they moved the three-point line back because of the way they shoot the ball now from the 3.
Yeah, well, they're in the Final Four. And now, fellas, Connecticut got who? What Joe said? Yep. Foster was the guy who got the ball and should have dribbled it till he got fouled, just like Farrell just said. Exactly. But now we're down to 4, fellas.
From 68 teams down to 4. UConn, Illinois, Arizona, and Michigan all headed to Indianapolis for the Final Four. UConn chasing a 3rd championship in 4 seasons. Arizona's only national championship came in 1997 in Indianapolis. The last time the Big Ten had 2 teams in the Final Four was in 2015. 11 years later, it's Michigan, who's got 1 title in school history, and Illinois, who's chasing its first ever national championship in school history. The only time Big Ten teams met in the national championship, 1976, 50 years ago. Indiana beat Michigan to complete the most recent undefeated season in men's Division I history.
Before we go to the questions, man, You would think that the Fab Five would have had a championship when you see Michigan banner up there, but that's not the Fab Five. That's Glenn Rice and Vermeer Robinson championship. I watched that game. I remember seeing that game, but it just boggles my mind that the Fab Four couldn't get a goddamn championship with all that time. Fab Five with all that damn talent.
You can say the same thing about UNLV running red.
Yeah, exactly.
But they got one though. They got a championship.
Not with the running, not with
they did.
Raymond Mine on them.
Yeah, yes, they did. They were trying to go back to back.
Tark and Sharp. Yeah, Tark and Sharp.
Yeah, they're trying to go back to back. Yeah, trust me, they were trying to go back to back.
Yep.
They won one year, and they lost the next year. They were trying to go back to back.
No, they lost the undefeated year.
But what I'm saying is, they were trying to go back to back. They were trying to go back to back.
I don't remember that first one. I remember
the
first one.
one.
Yeah, the first one. They weren't number one, but they beat number one, and then the second year
we're just making a cliche. It seems right.
Yeah,
right.
But it is what it is. But coming to you first, Tim Dog, is the Arizona Wildcat men's basketball truly the best team left, or are they about to get exposed under championship pressure?
Nah, them boys. I said earlier before the tournament even started maybe in the beginning, that Arizona is a team to. No, it was even before that Arizona is one of those teams to watch out for, because them boys, they don't just shoot, they play some good ass D.
Yeah,
I'm talking. and with that D, just like most teams, if you have you good defensive team, that means in transition you're gonna get some easy buckets, and that's what they do.
Yeah. What about you, Shad? What you think of Arizona?
They do.
In response to your brother's take there, talking about Bryce James on the sideline clapping and everything. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that slide, Pimp Juice. Just go ahead and realize that Bronny and Bryce are two different people. You understand? Bryce is not the type that's gonna go out there and be all showy like Pop. Bryce is quiet. He moves quietly. He's taking his time, so he's doing the right thing. But Arizona right now is the team to beat in the tournament. I called it when the tournament started, and it just seems like any team that comes out there in front of them, no matter if that team takes it to the next level, they match it and then go above that. So I don't see anybody taking it from Arizona unless they play somebody who just don't miss. They clean up the glass nice. They move the ball well. Their big men are ridiculous. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So I don't see anybody beat it.
That would be funny as hell. You ain't got one of these, Dad.
And Arizona, like Tim Dawg said, Arizona got that offense and they play defense as well. There, Farrell. So, but are they still the best team left out of the Big Four?
Well, right now Michigan is favored over Arizona by 1.5. I'm not like I said, I don't know how they're, because like I said, they don't see each other during regular season. So this is going to be a very interesting take on how Shad and Tim Dog say, because like I said, it's tough. And right now, Illinois is favored over UConn. So,
Farrell, I need you to stick to the question. We're going to talk about the
No, I'm trying to go into the final game, and it's like this is a tough pick. So I'm gonna stay with Michigan out the East, because I think they really have a better slate to play. You know what I'm saying? Their schedule is tougher.
Well, since
so
Farrell,
I think they have a better opportunity to win.
Since Farrell done changed my question, because we were talking about Arizona. Farrell.
No, you said Arizona and Michigan, right?
I said Arizona. I didn't say anything.
I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know exactly how they play. I just know the game is happening. Michigan is favored. Okay. And like I said, I've only watched a few games, whatever, and I see how they're playing, but they're playing teams that are weak. That's how they got to where they are.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know what else to say to it about, how everybody's
that's what I was asking you. That's what I was asking. Was Arizona the best team? And you say
I don't know. I don't
know. So let me ask you the question, because you brought up Michigan. Does the Michigan Wolverine men's basketball team have the physicality and star power to bully their way to a title, or will inconsistency be their downfall?
And like I said, I didn't know that was inconsistent. I just know every team that I've been watching play, they had good games, they got bad games, they got bad halves, they got good halves, and it's just the best team wins at the end. The last 4 or 5 minutes is when the teams pull away and they start getting these leads. At the end of the day, right now, the two best teams from each division is in there, and I would say Michigan to me is gonna beat Arizona. I just put it like that.
No, I see what you're saying, because now you're saying that the physical, as long as they play their game, basically that's what you're saying. As long as they play their game, don't fall into any type of traps, they'll be able to do what they need to do.
Yeah,
what about you, Shawty?
Don't do a boozer, and you can win the game.
Yeah. What about you, Shawty?
I don't even think that game is going to be as close as people think it's going to be. Arizona is they get off the floor so quick for offensive and defensive rebounds. And just when you think that you're on the strong side of rebounding, you got somebody sneaking through the middle or to the other side and getting the ball. It's just very, very hard to find a weakness with Arizona. And for thing with you asked the perfect question. I've been watching them all season because I follow college basketball. Yeah. And the inconsistency is something that they have been struggling with all season. And it showed up a couple of times in the tournament, but they were able to stymie that. Now is the point. What I'm saying is, if Michigan is going to go ahead and beat Arizona, they're going to have to. I don't think Michigan can match their physicality. I don't think they really can.
Okay, all right. What about you there, Tim Dog?
I kind of agree with Shada. Michigan, they good at blocking. I mean, that dude in the middle. I mean, I can't remember his name, but he blocking the hell out of shit. He protects that paint. But Michigan relies on the three, not a lot, but they take a lot of them. And if they making them, they good. I don't know how many they tried the last game, probably like 20, but I think they would like below 50% in shooting threes. But that's what they do. They have a good defense, but their offense relies too much on bring the ball in, shoot it out for a three, almost kind of like the NBA. But I think Arizona has the upper hand, even though Farrell said that they're what, 1.5 point underdog. So I don't know. So it's gonna be a good one though.
I think it's gonna be a good game as well. But I think it boils back down to, like I said, the consistency. Like you say, Tim Dog, are you hitting those threes? If you're not hitting those threes, now it becomes psychological. Okay, we're not hitting the threes the way that we was hitting threes before. Now that may go to your defense. Now your defense may start slacking off. And like you said, Shada, but Arizona, those boys basically are a complete team. See what I'm saying? So if they're slacking on the threes, their defense could pick up and make up for, to be able to get those turnovers or those defensive rebounds. But can Michigan
on both sides of the court? They're aggressive as hell.
Yeah, but can Michigan do the same thing? Like I say, it's going to be a great game. So, Farrell, who you got again?
So I'm going with Michigan because they had a tougher schedule than Arizona. Okay. They did. And so you talk about 2 games to 3 games.
All right.
So 2 games. So you talk about inconsistencies because we say inconsistencies, but they played better teams.
Okay. All right.
So with that being said, I'm going to go back to 1966 when Kentucky, 4-time champion, played Texas Western. And they supposed to blew them motherfuckers out the water, right? Kentucky was supposed to beat Texas Western.
They made the movie out of it, so everybody.
I know it's 1966, but once again, on paper, Kentucky's better. But I don't. This is basketball, you know what I mean? Because UConn was supposed to lose, was they not, to Duke? Were they not?
No,
no. I'm just saying. I understand. We put these analogies.
Duke might have been favored because they're the number 1 seed, but the number 1 seed was a toss-up between UConn and Duke. That's what I'm saying.
That's my point. But we know that Duke. But we know Duke was a more well-rounded team than UConn. UConn had a horseshoe in the pocket fucking shot, and like I said, they blew a 19-point lead.
Florida defending champions.
Huh?
True.
Florida defending champions.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Farrell.
Florida?
Yeah, Florida defending champions. Now I'm just answering shot. Florida defending champions.
So that's my point. It's like, so Duke blew a 19-point lead. They was the favorite team.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know what we're talking about here. It's like
fair.
It's basketball. Inconsistencies we ain't worried about because that's how they fucking won the game or got to where they at. They don't be inconsistent. That's how they play. If they play from behind and win, fuck it.
Bro,
they're the favorite team.
I think what we need to realize is that the NCAA tournament on the men and women's side this year, the viewership and the games were a lot more interesting than it's been in a long time. And I really enjoyed watching the tournament thus far.
Right.
Yeah, but to answer your question, Pharaoh, the reason why I be saying that is because can they overcome it? They do come inconsistency because that's gonna be the issue. And as as I guess everybody else is saying is that Arizona, even though they may not have played the same type of teams that Michigan has, but Arizona seems to have that flavor to be able to turn it on and off. We haven't seen that from Michigan. And that's why when you say that you pick Michigan and you explain why, that's a good analogy because they may be able to turn it on because like you said, on paper, Duke was better than UConn, but Duke folded at the end. Who's to say that Arizona? Yeah, who's to say that Arizona may not fold at the end to let Michigan get that win? So you got Michigan. Shawty, who you got?
I'm going with that. Going Arizona. I'm not. No, that's an easy call for me. I from what I've seen in the tournament, and I've watched all the games from every single game just to see, the difference in the players and how they react to defenses. And I don't see no team on the men's side that is more complete than the Arizona Wildcats. I don't see.
Well, Arizona did beat UConn. I would give them that.
I got you. What about you, Tim Dog? Who you taking?
I'm taking Arizona because defense, and Michigan has great defense, but Arizona has better defense. The last game for Michigan, they played, who was that? Tennessee. They were 10 for 27 in 3-pointers. Arizona was 5 for 15. What helped out Michigan was the free throws because Tennessee kept fouling the fuck out of them. They were 27 for 37 on free throws. Arizona was 20 of 21. So to me, and Michigan had 10 turnovers where Arizona only had 5. So that right there, it's going to be significant. But that's why I'm giving it to Arizona, only because their defense is consistent and solid.
Yeah, and I think we all want to see a good game. It's going to come down to the last couple of minutes, man. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. And in a close game, I'm
calling a blow.
No, I'm gonna take Michigan. I'm gonna take Michigan. I'm gonna take Michigan with the upset because Arizona got so much pressure for them to perform. Just like Duke, you got to perform. Everybody's picking you to win. It's there for the taking. And who's to say that you get to those final moments? Like you say, your butt cheeks get tight and shit happens. You never know. Yeah. You never know. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll with Michigan in that one, my brothers. But next up, oh my goodness, coming to you, Shawty. I'm gonna come to Tim Dog first.
What's that?
Has Illinois Fighting Illini men's basketball ready overachieved? Are we watching a dangerous team nobody wants to face right now?
I say a dangerous team that nobody wants to face now because they are the underdog. And people pretty much probably got them going in the first round, or the second round or something like that. And here they are. And they just proven themselves. The thing about Illinois is they just play fundamental basketball and okay, good defense, but they don't take unnecessary risks when they shoot.
Yeah,
that's one thing about them. They don't do that. So I'll say they're a well coached team.
Yeah, they play that old school. They play that old school basketball. Use all 24.
Oh, yeah.
35 seconds, 24 seconds on the goddamn clock.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm motherfucker doing set shot. They ain't doing jump shot. They're doing set shot. Like when you was a little boy, Tim Dog, when you used to play back in the 20s, the set shot, y'all didn't even jump. Shit, y'all playing in the peach baskets. You know what I'm saying? So you know what they talking about. I got you, Tim Dog.
Fuck you, Baldy.
What about you, Shawty? What about you, Shada? Has Illinois Fighting Illini men's already overachieved, or are we watching a dangerous team nobody wants to face?
Yeah, they're definitely that Cinderella team left in the pack.
Yeah.
Every year in the tournament, you always have one or two schools that surprise people at a certain level because a team either underestimates them or they come in feeling like the game should be given to them.
Yeah.
UConn, like I said, UConn is used to being in situations like this where they're vying for the national championship, not to mention the pressure they're getting from the females from doing it. So UConn is under a lot of pressure as well. So that in and of itself, they're the number 2 seed. So looking at the game, they're the 1 seed versus the 3 seed in comparison. So at the same time, with all the stuff that's been going on, you can't go ahead and say, oh, you know what? This game is up for grabs. I already told you I was going with Arizona because I think they're the team that's going to win the national championship. But for UConn, I think they have a serious gauntlet to run even if they win this game, to be prepared for any team, either Michigan or Arizona, because of how physical they are.
And just like Pharaoh Shada, are we talking about Illinois? We're not talking about UConn right now. I want you to stick on Illinois. We're gonna talk about UConn in a minute, but I want you to talk about Illinois. Got to bring you back.
I mean, I stated my premise before I started. I said they are the Cinderella team, and they are the team nobody wants to play because they're not sure.
Okay,
following up with the other stuff.
All right, thank you, my brother. I'm gonna cut you off right there. What about you, Pharaoh? Your thoughts on Illinois, man?
Illinois. You know, they play Michigan, I think, during the
they're both of them in the Big Ten.
Yeah. So they always lost to them. They also lost to UConn earlier in the year, 74-61. So with that being said, they have they can out rebound UConn. I don't see anything else really going for Illinois. I think with the zero chances at scoring them winning a championship, unless they're the new Iowa of basketball. That's about. I don't know. Right now they're 0-2.
I hate to tell you this, Pharaoh. They're not a new hour because if you're talking about the women, they haven't won a championship either.
No, but okay. No, but I'm talking about football.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you talking about Clayton Clark though. My bad.
You got to be more specific.
Yeah. I got you.
Like they're gonna be the Iowa for football.
I got you.
That
is true. That is true. I thought about it like that I said, way.
Illinois is facing 2 teams that lost to in the final. During the season, so I don't see them winning either this game or if they make it to the next one, they're not gonna win. So
and the thing about now I think that's why a lot of people love the NCAA's tournaments because everybody got a chance to win. As long as you make the dance, you got a chance to win. And Illinois saw their chance. They got to where they're at, and they still gotta never know. You never know what may happen. Now, Shada, talk about your boys. For UConn Husky men's basketball making yet another Final Four run, are we officially looking at the next college basketball dynasty?
That's kind of hard to tell for NCAA basketball.
Men's side of the house. With the men's side of the house, that's kind of hard.
The men's side of the house is very, very difficult to establish dynasties for the mere fact that you could possibly go back to back, but to win that third one is really, really hard. It's almost like in the NFL when you have a quarterback that's talented, you come in the first year, they don't usually have schemes for that team. But in the second year, everybody has seen you play, they can adjust. You usually, you know what I'm saying? And I think this is what's going on with the NCAA tournament. You might have the formula to win a couple back to back, but people are going to figure out how to slow you down or to match you within a year or two. It's extremely difficult to establish a dynasty. For me, a dynasty is three championships in a row or more.
I got you.
I think that's a dynasty. That's just my opinion. And I think it's very, very difficult for you to do that on the men's side in a tournament because you have such a melting pot. You know, it's almost like the seasons change. You got New Yorkers and people from Seattle and Texas. It's almost like parts of the country have there are certain times of the year where they all blossom, and you got all the players coming from one section. So it's kind of hard with college basketball, which is why I love it.
Yeah. Tim Dog, you went out. I don't know if you went out. There you go.
No, I put myself up. I'm sorry.
All right. There you go. With that being said, is anybody taking Illinois over UConn?
Nah.
I'm gonna take Illinois. The man on street going with Illinois. I'm going with the upset, man. The reason I'm going with the upset, I'm gonna tell you,
just like your NFL season.
No. The reason I'm going with the upset is because the rabbit's foot don't fall out of UConn's pocket. It came against Duke. I'm telling y'all, Illinois got something to prove because just like my man Joe
just
said,
hard to say because UConn and Duke have a history of beating each
I got
other.
that. I got that. But just like Joe said, Illinois is the freshman at the senior prom. They have no experience like the other three teams. The pressure would be too much for Illinois. The pressure is going to be on UConn for me because UConn is the more experienced team. They got the pressure. They got to go in and show the people that we're supposed to be here. We're going to win this championship. But Illinois is like, hey, I'm just happy to be here. If we don't win the championship, okay. But if we beat them, oh shit, that adrenaline ain't going to carry them. I'm picking the upset.
It's very hard for people to make that distinction, man, on the street because I think UConn is considered one of the blue bloods now, like Duke and Kansas and Kentucky.
And you making my point. You're making my point. My point is they are considered to be one of the blue bloods. They're gonna go in there thinking that they're high and mighty. They're gonna go in there thinking that Illinois should not even be on the floor with us, and that may come and bite them in their goddamn ass because they barely got by Duke. They barely got by Duke.
Hurley is that kind of coach to let them slack off. I don't think he's that kind of coach.
Yeah, well, we will find out. And with that being said, come to you, Tim Dog, with this next question right here. Which matters more in the Final Four, elite coaching adjustment or having that one player who can take over the game in the final minutes?
Oh, coaching adjustment. You can have the best player on the floor, but without a coach drawing up that plan and making those adjustments, that best player on the floor, he will probably try and do his own thing. And that's the one thing about college basketball, where we always say that when you one and done, you don't get that experience. And you need that experience of a coach telling you how to do something, drawing up plays, how to, get around play with other players and improvise. So to me, it's all about the coaching. Because the coach see a player working, he take him out.
Yeah. What about you, Farrell? Your thoughts? Coaching or the elite player?
I always say the coaching. The coaching keeps an elite player in the system. I always say coaching. The better coaches always win the games, even though you have those elite players. We know that. We've seen it too many times in college how that works. The NBA is always going to be something a little different. Yeah. But in NCAA, coaching that's why we see the same coaches all the time in the same position that we're talking about today. So I always coaching as far as I'm concerned.
All right. Shada, you gonna make this a sweep? You going with coaching as well?
Most definitely. We've seen way too many players on multiple platforms of professional sports in this country that have been outstanding players coming in and because they have the wrong coach. Look at Allen Iverson. All those years he was in freaking the 76ers, never got a ring. Barkley never got a ring. You know what I'm saying? Look at Carlos Stanton right now with the Yankees, still chasing the ring. Gary Payton. You know what I'm saying? All these players were talented, but till they got with the right system and the right coach who knew how to utilize them on the floor when they need them to step up and when they need them to step back is a big thing. And I think that's why we have people like Brady and LeBron and them, because they're dedicated to their craft to be the best in their field. And right now, no matter how good you are, if you don't have the right coach, Phil Jackson showed that with the Chicago Bulls and the Lakers. You put the right people in the right system, then you could do it. Chuck Daly did it with the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? You know, Miami. We have all kinds of examples that we have players that they have to get with the right coach. We'll look at what Stefanski did with the Browns. Now he's with Atlanta. We about to see how come to fruition for real this year.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. I agree with everybody. When in college sports, man, it's all about the coaching. Because like you say, Tim Dog, hey, I could yank your ass out, in a heartbeat. So we will see. We will see. With that being said, and I guess I'm the only one taking Illinois in that one. Okay, fellas, Tim Dog, you brought up something. I want just a quick answer here. The one and done. With the NIL, do you think the one and done is going to be gone because now these players can make money? Instead of, hey, I need to go to the NBA right now. They can stay in school and get millions and millions of dollars. So just a quick answer, Tim Dog, do you think the one and done is almost over, or you think it's going to continue? I'm talking about more people going to the NBA 1 year and done. You know what I'm saying? Or you think it's going to even out? And then we can see basketball like we used to see when players used to stay, like the Ralph Sampson versus Ewing, back to back, year after year after year. You know what I'm saying? Jordan stayed 3 years instead of 1 year. So now that these players are getting paid, do you think we're going to get back to seeing the NCAA like that? Just like on the women's side, we get to grow with the women, but with the men, one and done has basically killed their game. Your thoughts, Tim Dog?
I say no, because you're still going to try and make more money. You're still going to make more money in the NBA.
Okay.
Even if you be a 5-year senior, you're still going to make more money.
All right. What about you, Shawty?
I think the run and gun is on its way out. For the mere fact that the revenue that the NCAA tournament is bringing in comparison to the NBA play-in league and the WNBA 3-on-3 and all of that, the NCAA tournament, the viewership and the people that's dedicated to it year after year when it's good, they're going to have to go ahead and say, you know what? They're getting the NIL deals, but they need to stay in school for that purpose so they can mature and understand how to use that money and develop as players. Because I think that's what why the women's game is taking the NBA and by storm, because these women are staying and getting with other players in schools and actually staying there. We can see them develop and see how they get better each and every year. And then when they're ready to come out, we see exactly the product for the coach that's prepared them for the next level. And I think that's the big thing right there. Watching them grow.
What about you, Pharaoh?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna disagree with Shadow on one point here when he says the women are staying, to develop. I disagree with that because women need college to graduate from college in order for them to get jobs. I think education for them is first foremost besides being an athlete. So that's my take on that. Men, like we see a lot of players go like Shaq and all them, they move on to the next level, and when they get to there, and then they'll go back and get their degrees. So we see that. So with the men, I believe one and done is going to be just like Kyrie Irving and them back in the day. They're gonna get their shine, they're gonna do whatever, and then they're gonna get this money, they're gonna take off and take care of it. They're gonna be like that dude that's trying to get back in college. I think with the NFL or something like that. We was talking about earlier this year or last year.
No,
the NBA
or the
he got back
player.
in. Yeah, he got back in. Yeah, he got back in. He played college basketball this year.
Yeah, okay.
He's playing at Baylor.
Right. So because he realized that staying in college is better to develop, like you said. It's, to me, they need to stay at least 2-3 years.
Okay.
Because I don't, we're gonna get the Bronny James. We don't want no Bronny James no more. I'm tired of seeing those guys. We don't see the Kwame Brown.
Farrell,
We don't want to see the.
Farrell, I'm not gonna let you go on Bronny like that.
I'm telling you,
Bronny is the 55th pick if he was like you said about to say about Kwame Brown was the number 1 pick. Bronny James was the 55th pick. Bronny James was the 55th pick. Farrell, you make it seem like Bronny was number 1 or 2.
No, but we only saw him in college half the thing because he got hurt, right? He got hurt.
He sounded just like the people that hate Dion.
I'm just saying.
Man,
Farrell,
shut up with that.
No, what I'm saying, Farrell, when we say we don't want to see Bronny, what about the other 53 players that picked before him?
But they wasn't one and dones. They wasn't one and done.
Yeah, the majority of them was one and done. Majority of them was one and done.
What I say that is, you guys make it seem like I'm being a bad thing here. Bronny James didn't develop. He didn't score that many points in USC. He was hurt half the season. We don't want to see that product on the NBA court.
I guess Bronny James, could be the easiest one because that's the only person named that we know is Bronny James. But there was no. 50,
I said Kwame Brown.
I'm not talking about Kwame Brown. I'm talking about in that draft class. What I'm saying is there was 54 other players picked, and the only one I can't even name the number 1 draft pick in that class. Tell you the truth.
Most
That's
people
what
can't.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not shooting at you, Farrell, but I'm just saying.
I know.
Yeah.
I say Bronny James. I'm just saying we don't want to see that
That's
product.
what you said. Okay.
Because the other guys are unknown. I want to see Bronny James succeed. I do. I don't have
all I'm saying.
No against that guy. But unfortunately, he was thrust into a situation.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And he was to the spotlight because his crazy ass father did it to him.
Yeah.
And we didn't say that shit about like Ken Griffey when he came out of high school. He was ready.
So you comparing
Kobe Bryant when he came out of high school.
LaMelo Ball daddy and them.
LaMelo Ball. We didn't want to see LaMelo Ball. Who wanted to? We don't want to see him now.
Yeah. It's one of them situations, man. But like I say,
so
I understand what you're saying, man. The product that you want to see. Yeah, the product that you want to see on the court. The product that you want to see on the basketball court, especially now with the young players, you're not getting that same type of product because of what we've seen. Because what we've seen with some of these young players that supposed to be superstars, aka Ja Morant, the immaturity. So I understand what you're saying. I was just saying I understand exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Let me add this. Not to cut you out. Let me add this. There's a reason why you have college players in football go 3 years. There's a reason why you have to have them go 3 years to develop. You cannot take. That's why Maurice Clark did not make it because he wanted to join the NFL too early. He was not ready. So I believe that men need to get the basics of 1, become maturing, 2, becoming a better player, get your fundamentals, and 3, just growing as a person. You need to be in college if you're going to play at that level.
Before we go to the next episode, I'm going to just push back. In college football is different from college basketball. In college
I didn't say it wasn't different.
No, I'm just saying, but you say no. What you said was that they stay for 3 years. They have to stay for 3 years.
I said that the reason why they stay for 3 years.
You say the bro.
Huh?
You say the bro. That's like what you said.
No, no. I said they stay 3 years for them to develop as men. Right?
Yeah, to grow. Yeah, to grow as men.
In NBA, grow mentally. I'm not saying physically.
Trust me, if the NFL, what I'm trying to say, Farrell, is if the NFL was struggling like the NBA, that's why you got the one and done because the NBA was struggling. They were struggling. If the NFL was losing money like the NBA was losing money, they would be one and done in the NFL. Trust me. But they're not losing money. But once they start losing money, the one and done may be coming. I'm just saying.
I can't see it in football because the strength and the speed of the men. You put like this. If your son's 18, 19, 20 came up to you right now, you would fucking mollywop their ass, and you ain't lifted weights in how long?
Oh no!
Shut up. Tim, I'm letting you know now. I don't care how strong or how violent they think they are, but old muscle outweighs and is stronger. You grabbed your granddaddy before. Your granddaddy put you in your place.
Listen,
Yeah.
my granddad
I
to
tell
this
my
day, I
son
tell
all
my
the time.
wife, I remember one time he
That's all
grabbed
I'm
me, I was
saying.
falling off a
But-
damn horse. He grabbed me so tight, I almost died.
But like
Yeah,
I
you
say
right.
though, with
You
the
right.
one and done with the NIL, there may
Yeah.
be a change. We might start seeing the competitiveness. You still see it now, but you know you get to follow the players and see how they
Hey,
grow,
you see Joe?
the
You see Joe
maturation
come here?
or whatnot. Yeah, I saw it. He talking about Zion, you know, but Zion love porno bitches too much. That's why his ass struggling. Let's move along, man, to the female side of the house.
Allegedly.
Remarkable as it's one seeds, all of them, for the first time in 8 years when UConn, Louisville, Mississippi State, Notre Dame met in 2018, ending with an all-time moment from Arike Ogunbowale. This is the fifth time in women's history the last four standing are one seeds. Even more rare, it's the same four programs in the Final Four as last year, albeit different matchups. Just the second time in women's history the Final Four repeats from the previous year. Hadn't happened since 95 and 96 when it was UConn, Tennessee, Stanford, and Georgia. As for South Carolina, I mentioned it, and I'm sure I will when Dawn joins me in a moment. 6 in a row in the Final Four, second longest streak by any program all time. They had just 2 Final Four appearances prior to this run, beginning in 2017. Now they seek a 5th national championship game appearance and a 4th title. You see the title odds, and UConn, who has not lost, are the favorites. South Carolina, then Texas, then UCLA are in descending order.
Shada, coming to you first, man. With all 4 teams, all number 1 seeds in the Final Four, does this prove dominance at the top or a lack of real parity in women's college basketball?
Well, number one, you got to understand this is where the NIL has affected basketball as well, because a lot of teams don't have to go out and scout anymore. They have players that's showing up that's like, I want to go play with this player. The only difference between UConn and South Carolina at this point is Gino's been doing this since 1985. Dawn Staley started doing this after her WNBA career. So it's just a matter of when you came to the team and when you got to make your mark on the game. Now, I'm going to go with UConn every time because that's where I was raised in Connecticut as a teenager. And I have balled with some of the best of them, Marcus Camby, Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? I've seen them personally. And it's just one of them things where it's basketball is believe it or not, in Connecticut it's almost like football in Texas. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Well, now, will I be mad if UConn lose? Yes.
Shada, I'm bringing you back again. With all number 1 seeds in the Final Four, does this prove dominance at the top or a lack of real parity in women's college basketball?
Nah, it's just one of them things where you're just gonna have to do what you got to do to freaking daggone beat the team. I don't believe in that. It's the same thing what Syracuse coach was saying, that we keep seeing UConn every single year and they keep beating us. What are you talking about? You guys have the same equipment, the same stuff. It's putting the ball through the hoop. It's all about coaching. You're gonna have to find that one thing that the other team is not good at and expose it, and then use that to your advantage. That's all it is. It's not that hard.
I got you. Basically saying
It is. That's why they
better
win.
players, but then it got to the coaching. Same thing to you, Pharaoh King. With all 4 seeds, all number 1 seeds in the Final Four, does this prove dominance at the top or a lack of real parity in the women's college basketball? And before you answer, Shada, I understand what you're saying with Syracuse, but sometime, man, you get tired of getting your ass whipped by the same damn team. Every damn year, y'all keep putting me in this damn bracket. Shit, put me someplace else. Shit, I don't want to see these motherfuckers. I see these motherfuckers every damn year. Man, you get tired of getting your ass whipped by the same team.
In her defense, in her defense,
I bet they won't be in the same bracket next year.
In her defense,
different bracket.
In her defense,
a different bracket.
She coached in Buffalo.
They run the gauntlet.
She coached in Buffalo, and UConn dominated them, and now they're in the Big East, and UConn is dominating her. So she's been getting her ass beat by UConn.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
so
put me out west.
right
In the
there.
tournament, you want to
You
go
put
out west.
Put Syracuse in a different bracket.
Yeah.
They run the gauntlet. They meet them in the Final Four and they get their ass beat. She gonna complain then?
Yeah, she probably complained then. Yeah.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man.
I got you. So answer the question there, Pharaoh. With all number one
I would
season.
say women's basketball is pretty much one-dimensional. You get programs that run the gauntlet all the time. We talked about Baylor when they was doing it. We talked about Tennessee when they was doing it. UCLA women was doing it. USC was doing it. These top schools get these women, and they don't have the plethora of talent the men have. They don't.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, your man in UConn is always going to get number one talent in this whole country plus overseas. Yeah. He's always going to be there because his coaching brings those people to him. He just stands there and they fucking flock to him. That's just how he works.
That is not true.
Whatever you want to say, Shada, but that's what we see. So with that being said, man on the street, I would say the lack of talent that a lot of the teams have, Dawn Staley attracts those people. That's why she gets them. Right now, Texas is always known for good basketball players, i.e. Kevin Durant back in the day. So with that being said, we're seeing exactly they're number one and they all going to meet up. So now we're going to find out who really is number one. That's what we're going to see here.
What about you, Tim Dahl? Go ahead, Shawty.
Shawty, I don't want to break down. I don't want to build a clock here. I know you love this game, and I know you love what is happening. We talk about the superficial value of what's going on right now. This is all we're talking about. And what I see and what I know of basketball, the teams that are there have the women that's going to make it happen. That's it.
But your premise when you started your conversation is incorrect because statistically, UConn has not gotten the number one players. The teams out there that's been getting the number one players, it's very daggone even across the women in comparison to men. Baylor,
man, you can shut your mouth on that because I got stats right here on this tab that says otherwise.
Okay.
I already proved you wrong when you said it was so diverse last week. I proved you wrong on that. The men have more diversity. Oh, man, did I not?
Woo!
There it is. What you got to say about Tim Dahl? What you got to say about Tim Dahl?
Man, Shada, y'all know how Shada is about UConn. Come on now. He's a route transvan. Come on now.
But I need you to answer my question, Tim Dahl. With all number one seeds, there it is. Let's go.
No, it's just lack of talent. Like Pharaoh was saying, the top schools always get the top players. They may not always be number one players, but they are always top contender players, top in their schools, high schools, or whatever. And the other schools, you still have the NIL, but do you have the financial means to recruit these players? Because you got players going from LSU to Baylor to LSU to South Carolina and from Texas to LSU. So you just going from one good team to another. So
what it boils down to is that it's one thing that just like if Gino
women's softball does it all the time. Sorry.
With UConn head coach, how many championship UConn head coach got shot at? 12, 13 or something like that? How many? 12. So see that ring, you come to UConn, you definitely probably get a championship before you leave. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just like with South Carolina, South Carolina is building that credibility right now with Dawn Staley. Come to South Carolina, we done been to the NCAA Final Four for the last 6 years. Come here and help us get to another one. Straight. So that does weigh in on where these young players go because they want to be seen on television. And so I understand what y'all saying.
Reputation is a motherfucker.
It is a motherfucker, especially in women's sports. And with that being said, Shada, coming back to you with your UConn, is UConn Husky women basketball being undefeated a sign of greatness, or does it raise question about competition level?
that's something that has always been an issue in women's college basketball.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, women's college basketball, like you all said, there's certain coaches that always attract certain players and established players, but it's not on the level where an avid player like myself that watches the game, like the Kim Mulkeys, the Dawn Staleys, the Della Dons, the Coopers, all that. I know this stuff inside and out because I follow it. But the bottom line still remains at the end of the day, top schools will get the recruits. But like I said, some of these coaches go outside of their comfort zone to get these recruits, i.e., like Blanca that UConn recruited from Ecuador, like a lot of the players that we've been recruiting from Ukraine and all these other places, Australia. There's a lot of other teams in NCAA that get women players that are better than UConn. So I just don't understand when people say that the recruit situation is different on the men and the women's side. It's not even to me.
Shada, answer my question, Shada. Is the Huskies women basketball team being undefeated of their greatness, or does it raise question about competition level? I'm not talking about recruitment, my brother.
I caught a cramp listening to that.
Yeah, shout out.
I don't think so.
I told y'all, man. I
got you. What about you? UConn plays in the Big East. There's no competition on the women's side to challenge them, much less give them a loss. That is true. What about you? But no, I'm gonna say this. One thing that UConn does do, though, UConn goes outside of the Big East. UConn does play at South Carolina. UConn does go out there and play at Tennessee. It does go play Texas. So I'm not going to say, but the competition in the Big East may be liking, but he makes sure that they go outside of that to find that competition to, I believe, to challenge his team. Like, hey, these teams are supposed to be the best in the SEC, the ACC, and those are the teams that we're going to play. And I believe that he does that as well to help grow the game. Tim Dahl, what you say about it, man?
Oh,
competition
I agree.
Okay.
Oh, the competition.
Yeah.
It just shows how great UConn is. I mean, we all said it. The good players go to the good schools, and when you have a good coach who produce good product, that's where you want to go.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. And same thing, like I say, Farrell. That's one thing I would give Gino credit for. He doesn't just let them stagnate in the Big East. He does go outside to see if you could get that competition to his team players. So what do you say about it? Is it raised the question about the competition level, or is it something else? Or is it they're that great?
It's UConn only has 15 motherfucking seats for players. So they got to find another school to go to. That's what it is. You got 12 championships. The next one is Tennessee with 8. Everybody else is 3 and below. You don't have enough asses for enough chairs for asses to go there. So of course,
UConn crack.
The competition is there. So let's go play this team that the girl that wanted to come here. Let's go see how good she is. Let's go over there and fuck with her. That's what he's doing.
I got you. I hear what you're saying, man.
What'd you say, Farrell? They bring their friends and everybody.
I'm not fucking with y'all, man. Tip dog, man. With that being said,
y'all trying to be serious with this. We know how the system works.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, man. We know how the system works.
Trust me, you know I'm a Gamecock fan.
I always use the analogy of Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson knew that Alabama was the school that wanted everything, but he said, "No, fuck you. I'm going to go to this school to make them better because I want to beat you." If you had more players like that, I think women's basketball would be a lot more competition because you'd have other players going somewhere else to beat UConn. But I don't think.
Oh, no. The women, they do that too. They leave a school,
I don't think so.
Go to another school. Okay.
But
so to answer your question, they only got 15 seats. They only got
to answer your question about UConn number one recruiting, here are the number one recruits UConn has had over the last 20 years. Maya Moore, 2007. Rihanna Stewart, 2012. Paige Beckers, 2020. And Sarah Strong, 2024.
Okay.
Hey, Shata, let me ask you 1 through 5 In the last 10 years, how many have they
No, right, Shot, I'm not saying.
But
I'm not
his
saying.
point
Shot,
was,
I'm
his
saying.
point was, he started the premise saying that they get all the players. They've had what, 5 number 1 recruits in the last
But
20
Shot,
years.
Shot, once
Shot,
again, you're building the clock again. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah,
He picks the players, the top players, to fit his system. They don't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He picks the players that fits his system. They all are top players. You can't tell
looked
me
at their resume.
He's just
When
picking
Tennessee
some
and
girl out there.
UCLA
Hey, you
was
know what?
doing their
Hey,
thing,
you're in the Raptors.
it was cool
Come on
then.
down here. Let me coach you. Huh?
Hey,
You look tall enough. Let me get you out the stands. He not picking them people, Shot.
Hey, basically y'all basically saying the same thing, man. It's the fact that, like you say, it's the greatness of the coach. And if I could get you to come to my team, like I say, you know, hey, you come just like with Don Staley.
Bad about him at all.
That Don Staley right now.
About shit. His premise was that UConn always get the number 1 recruits, and I'm just.
I didn't say number 1. Don't put words in my mouth, Shot. I didn't say number 1.
All right, fellas.
At first he said it, then we changed it to
check this out.
Recruits.
Check this out.
Yeah.
I'm settle this right now. Basically, y'all two hearing two different things, because he just said that there's getting great players. He didn't say number 1 players. Shawty, you went down the number 1 players that they got, but the number 1 players that you say that they got, those some bad motherfuckers.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
And there's only one number 1.
Yeah,
there's only one number 1.
That's what you say was a bad
Number 1
motherfucker.
guard,
But what it boils down to,
what
what it boils down to is that the greatness of a Gino will attract great players, whether they're number 1 through number 10, and they do fit his system because he's that great of a coach. And I say the same thing with Don Staley. She's building she's building that resume as well. Even what's the other coach, man, that I really like? Pat Summitt. You brought up Pat Summitt before she passed. Yeah. Pat Summitt had that resume as well. Before Gino became Gino, it was Pat Summitt. Everybody wanted to play for Tennessee. So that coach bring that aura that you say, hey, if I go here, I'm for one thing, I'm gonna get the shine, I'm gonna get television time. And another thing, I may be able to play in the championship. With that being said, Farrell,
I'm sorry.
With that being said, we got to move along, fellas. We got to move along. With that being said, I'm gonna get you down now. Tim Dog, I'm gonna come to you first. Then, with that being said, Tim Dog, can South Carolina Gamecocks women basketball slow down UConn machine? Or are they about to walk into a buzzsaw?
This is a prime example of the teacher and the student. Just like with Pat Summerall and Gino, Pat was the teacher.
Pat Summitt.
Excuse me, Pat. I keep saying Summerall. I said that last week too.
Yeah, Pat Summitt, man. God damn. Rest in peace, Pat Summitt.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
Summerall used to play for the Giants. Okay, I think Summerall used to play for the Giants.
No, Summerall's a man.
But he
was the sports announcer.
Yeah, sports announcer.
He was an announcer.
Yeah, him and
but Pat Summitt, she set a certain standard.
Yeah.
And Gino, he couldn't beat her until he developed his standard. And they were good friends. And this is in this game, unfortunately, it's the same thing where you have Don Staley, who is a great coach, who was a great player, who is doing great things for the fighting chickens. Well, I'm not. No, women are the Gamecocks. The men are the fighting chickens.
The men fighting chickens. You get it right. make sure you differentiate the two. God damn it.
Women. And with Gino, by him being a statistician, he's going to pick that team apart because he already knows what he wants to do. And both of them are students of the game. So this is going to be a game down to coaching and down to who's going to make the most mistakes.
Exactly. And they already beat South Carolina.
Great players to do that.
And shout out, UConn already beat South Carolina this year. And I think they pretty bad. I think they played this year. And then, of course, last year in the championship game, they beat us pretty bad. So is it going to be another buzzsaw game, Shada? Or can Don Staley and the Gamecocks slow down UConn down to get this W?
Well, I think as far as coaching concerned, right now she's one of the top coaches that would give him a problem because she has played against him as a player and she's played against him as a coach. Yeah, and he also coached her on the Olympic team. So
damn sure did.
He has a lot of. They have a lot of familiarity with each other and their coaching style.
Teacher.
I mean, if anybody can dethrone him from doing all the things he's doing, it is her.
Yeah.
And there's another coach in there, Shay Ralph, that used to play for UConn that won a championship. That she's daggone doing well too. So he's got a bunch of coaches in there that are very familiar with what he does. The problem for UConn on Friday night is going to be the South Carolina bigs. They pass the ball inside the paint extremely well. So if they do that and accomplish that and match them on rebounds, it could be a tough night for UConn. But they're gonna have to stop down. They're gonna have to definitely stop AZ Fudd from scoring. They got to stop her from the 3-point line, or else it's over.
Yeah, hold that thought, Shada. What about you, Pharaoh King? Can South Carolina with Don Staley coaching, and you just heard what Shada just said with the bigs and whatnot, and you know we got Raven, shooting lights out. You got the young transfer we got from Notre Dame. She's shooting like, and the bigs are playing their ass off as well. So can South Carolina slow UConn down, or do you think this is going to be chicken going to the buzzsaw?
I don't think it'd be a buzzsaw, but I will say I don't see where that. I don't think UConn didn't play them this year.
Well, they played them in the national championship. They played them in the national championship.
No, because they played Kentucky twice this year, back to back, and they won both of those. So, with that being said, I do believe that it's gonna be a nail biter. I don't think if UConn's gonna run away, but I do believe UConn has a more talented squad.
Okay, then. So you taking UConn. Shada, you taking South Carolina?
Like I said, yeah.
Yeah, you take it. You just say that. That's what you said. Shada, I know you go with UConn. You got the Huskies behind you. So
yes, sir.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Blowout or is it going to be close? Your thoughts? Blowout or close?
I think UConn's going to beat them by 10.
Okay, then. What about you, Tim Dawg?
I'm going to say South Carolina by 3.
Yeah. You know I'm taking the Gamecocks. That's the only hope I got in college sports is the females.
Don't say it like that, man.
That is
man.
Like that.
You got the Phillies.
No, I'm talking about the state of South. I'm from South Carolina, man. Shit, I'm not a Clemson
I'm talking about your teams.
No,
hey, man,
man. I'm
Phillies,
talking about college.
You got Bryce Harper on that team.
I'm talking about college, man. It's all about the Gamecocks females. The men, man, we ain't win shit ever.
Fighting chickens.
Ever. No. With that being said, ever. Moving along, man, because Texas is looking pretty good, Shada. So is Texas Longhorn basketball the most complete team and finally ready to reclaim a national championship?
Yes. I think Texas is going to be a problem for anybody because of the same thing that I said UConn would struggle with South Carolina. Their bigs pass the ball extremely well in the paint. It's gonna be when they played all the other teams, Oklahoma and whatever. They had big girls, and I know UCLA have big girls too. The sisters that's doing their thing, but these Texas chicks, man, they seem like they're on a mission, and they got the physicality and the size to do it. They scare me.
Yeah, and matter of fact, UConn beat Texas last year, right, to get to the championship game, correct? Because the teams flipped. Teams flipped. Because I think the teams flipped. I think UConn and I think South Carolina played UCLA last year to get to the championship game, I believe. So I hear what you're saying, Shada. What about you, Tim Dawg, with the Texas Longhorn women basketball? Are they the complete team and finally ready to take that next step?
Hell yeah, boy. The only thing about them is they're a little slow, but they some strong motherfuckers, boy, especially when it comes to defense and they blocking whoever is driving to the basket. They move their feet well. And they, like Shada said, they physical.
They really are.
But you know, they don't have a really true point guard that can really bounce the ball around. And like with women basketball, everything is predicated on
the point guard.
You know, the coach. There you go.
The coach and the point guard, yeah.
Yep. And without that, you know, Texas is playing physical ball that's working for them.
I got you.
But I tend to disagree with you on that, Tim Dawg. All four of these
which part?
All four of these teams got point guards.
No, I'm talking about Texas. We talking about Texas. We're not talking about all the four. We talking about Texas.
But you said point guards, and I'm saying
no. I'm talking about Texas point guard. No. I said
she's one of the top point guards in the country.
Hold on now. She was hurt. and she didn't play that much. She didn't play that well in the last
I don't
game.
understand that. She is one of the top point guards in the
She
country. She
didn't-
dealt with some injuries.
She has not been playing that well during the tournament, and you know that. Now, the only time she been good, except for when they beat I forget who it was, when in the fourth quarter, when she came up and started shooting threes, that because the team started playing, started screening a lot for her. That's
But
the only time when she. Hold on, Shada. Let me finish mine. You said yours. Let me finish mine. Now he asked my opinion. Just because you don't like my opinion doesn't mean you have to sit there
I'm not
and
giving you an
criticize.
opinion, Tim Dog. I'm giving you a fact. She is the daggone leading assistant
Shaka.
in
Who
NCAA
was
tournament.
man on the street? Who was man on the street talking to?
All right.
Thank
All
you.
right.
All right, let me get Farrah in there. Farrah, what you think about the Texas Longhorn women basketball team? Are they the most complete team? You muted.
How much shit get muted? Anyway,
You mute your damn self.
He
beat Texas early this year. I mean, lost to Texas early this year, and I don't think they're gonna lose to them this
Nope.
time. So, with that being said, they only lost one game, which was Texas. They, to me, are the most battle-hardened team.
Farrah, we talking about Texas.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm
Okay.
saying. No,
All
I'm
right.
saying. So, no, Texas is not. They're not.
Okay, all right. But hold it, Farrah, because since you brought up the Bruins, see, I'm trying to work with y'all.
I be forgetting, man. Listen,
I know.
I'm looking at the team. You going like individual teams. I'm looking at the game.
I got you, but I got you. Now it's your time to talk about UCLA. The women basketball have enough star power to break through. Will experience from programs like UConn and South Carolina decide it all. There you go.
I believe because of UCLA's schedule and the teams they played and how they won, they are the best team, regardless of what the odds say. That's my opinion.
Okay. All right. You got it out your opinion. You got it.
Yeah.
See how I work with you right there, Farrah? I didn't try to call you back. I got you.
I got a shot of bug in me, man. I'm sorry.
I got your shot of your thoughts with the UCLA Brew. Do they have enough star power to break through, or will experience from programs like UConn and South Carolina decide it all?
UCLA.
I'm gonna put Texas in. I'm gonna put Texas in there as well. I know it says UConn but Texas has been on the cusp of winning the championship as well too, and they have the talent. So throw Texas in there as well.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing I'm saying. That all the teams are dealing with their own different things while they're in the Final Four.
Yeah,
just like your man just said, Rory Harmon is considered to be one of the best point guards there. But you could say the same thing about AZ Fudd. You could say the same thing about old girl in South Carolina. You could say the same thing about, you know what I'm saying, anybody else. The thing that's significant about all of them, their star power is all of them were injured and had significant injuries when they got to their teams. And now they're all four of them are in the Final Four. So that's another thing that I was trying to point out. But the bottom line still remains UCLA, the two sisters from UCLA, they extremely focus off of each other really, really well. But the problem with them is I think they're a little dainty. I don't think they could deal with them corn-fed chicks from Texas. They just eat different down there. And I think they're gonna give UCLA a problem in the paint.
Okay then. Tim Dog, I want you to talk about UCLA and who you got winning that game.
Man, that's gonna be harder than South Carolina and Texas.
South Carolina and Connecticut.
I mean UConn. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Damn, because them two sisters, as long as they don't get above themselves and start improvising and play within the system, you can't stop them. So I'm gonna give it to UCLA, just because of the fact that those two girls, they work well together when they're working within the system.
Okay. What about you, Shada?
I'm going with Texas.
Okay. What about you? You already said you taking UCLA though. Okay, but like I said, I think it's going to be a great game, man.
All number one teams. I think this is going to be good. This is going to be a good Final Four in the championship.
Yeah, I think so as well, man. But like I say, we all. But see, the women's game has gotten so much better than the men's game, because we get to see the women year after year after year. You know, they stay 4 years, and we get to see them grow. We get to see the maturation. We get to see how, like you said, with the great coach, how Gino incorporate the freshmen into his program, how Don Staley incorporate the freshmen into her seniors and juniors, and see how they learn, and that carries over from year to year. And that's why I believe those type of teams stay on top so long, because of the fact that, hey, I can take a freshman, I can put you with these seniors. These seniors are going to teach you how we play our ball.
Continuity.
You're not going to play your ball. You're going to play our ball. And then if you don't fit our system, hey, the door is that way.
That's right.
And that's how it goes.
Get back into
I would
the gene
saw the same shit. Then we'd be better.
But to the point that y'all been saying about the NIL deals, it's already affecting the women's game. Because look at Iowa, they're going Audie Crooks, who had an amazing season, as big a girl as she is now. She's looking to transfer for her last year to another school where she thinks she could get a championship. And this is where the NIL deal is killing people.
And I don't think it's killing people, Shada. I think what it is that
Joe, you and me. Joe,
with the women basketball, the WNBA being what it is, it's not like the NBA. The championship in college mean more to the women than the WNBA. And that's just where I see it. I could be wrong. And that's why I think that they want to transfer to go someplace to try to win that championship. Because if you win a championship in a state that like South Carolina, Asia Wilson always going to be, she never got to buy food when she come to South, and she's from South Carolina, never got to buy. Don Staley would never, Gino would never, Paige Butner, Rebecca Lobo, Maya Moore, they ain't never got to buy nothing in Connecticut. Shamika Horslaw in Tennessee, she never got to buy a meal in Tennessee. You understand what I'm saying?
Y'all are missing the point, man. Women stay because they get their degrees. They need those degrees.
I got that, Farrell.
It's a caveat of two good things.
Farrell, I'm gonna use what you said against Shada. Farrell, we're not building a clock, okay? Okay, this is my opinion. You may disagree with my opinion, but this is my opinion.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm adding to the fact that you guys
you gotta add the caveat.
No, you said
Hey, man, on the street.
I'm talking about the championship aspect. I'm not talking about the. I'm talking about the championship aspect.
I tell you what.
They
got
that's
a
what
lot
I'm
to
talking
catch
about.
up on with Gino. So get
started.
started.
Shit.
Yeah, Dawn, she's on her way. She learning though. She gonna learn today, but she learning.
Yeah. But with that being said, man, we talked about this a little bit on Friday. But Charlotte, you wasn't on Friday. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker right here, we went from greatness to another goddamn DUI.
Breaking news, famed golfer Tiger Woods has released a statement on social media after his DUI arrest in Florida. Tiger says he is stepping away for a period of time to get treatment and focus on his health in order to work toward a lasting recovery. A newly released police report details what Woods told investigators and what made investigators suspicious that he might be driving under the influence. CBS News correspondent Nicole Valdez has more now from South Florida.
New details tonight from Friday's rollover crash on Jupiter Island. In a newly released arrest report, Tiger Woods told deputies he was looking at his phone and changing the radio and didn't see a truck slowing down ahead before clipping a trailer and flipping his SUV. According to the report, police found 2 white pills in Woods' pocket, later identified as hydrocodone, a powerful painkiller. Woods told investigators he takes a few prescription medications and had taken them earlier that morning, but it's unclear if hydrocodone is among them. He was sweating profusely, his movements were lethargic and slow, and his pupils were extremely dilated. Woods had played an indoor golf tournament just 3 days before the accident. It's the latest in a series of automobile crashes for the 5-time Masters champion. A crash in 2021 nearly cost him his leg after he rolled another SUV outside Los Angeles.
If this goes to trial, Tiger Woods' past DUI and any previous accidents will not come into evidence.
Former Palm Beach County State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg prosecuted Tiger when he was first charged with DUI in 2017.
Do you remember being asleep in the car? You don't?
There are a lot of people asking,
why is he still driving in the first place?
I've seen a lot of cases of people who have had many more DUIs than Tiger Woods. The difference is that Tiger Woods is an international celebrity, so everything he does is under a microscope.
Yeah, but that being said, Shada, after another DUI-related incident, is this the moment we stop separating Tiger Woods from the legend, from Tiger Woods, the man, and stop holding them both accountable?
This is an easy answer for me. The fact of the matter is his golfing has nothing to do with what he does off the golf course.
Yeah,
his talent on the golf course has nothing to do with his personal life. We all know how great Tiger was, and I when everybody talk about Tiger, they talk about him like because he's still alive and going through all these issues with the divorce and the sex and all this other stuff. The fact of the matter is, the man they had to change the Masters because Tiger was out driving people by 200 yards. They had to change golf courses. This man was so great on the course. So I'm not trying to hear none of that stuff. Whatever, he might never have to drive again. He's terrible behind the wheel of a car. He needs to get a chauffeur and a personal driver. But as far as his greatness on the golf course, it diminishes his talent. Not a lick for me.
Yeah, Tim said his power went out. Motherfucker, pay your bill. You always like to tell everybody else, pay your goddamn bill. Yeah.
Hey, that's why his ass last week was down at friend's house.
Yeah, because he ain't got no with that. yeah. But with that being
have
said,
you guys been to Jupiter, Florida?
No,
I haven't been. I
know that's where the money at though.
Yeah, Jupiter is right above Palm Beach area and on the East Coast, and Jupiter is nothing but rich folk out there. For him to put the car on the side like that in Jupiter, Florida, on a 2-lane street,
just to name Jupiter, know that black people ain't there. So
yeah. Well, they did build it. I saw the history. I told you the other night. I saw the history. They built it, then they kicked his ass. They kicked the brothers out after they built the motherfuckers. Yeah. But that being said, Pharaoh, with reports indicating no alcohol but possible prescription drug impairment, does this shift the conversation from recklessness to a deeper issue with pain management and long-term health?
I'm gonna disagree with everything because this man was celebrating. This man was celebrating. He's worth $1.5 billion. He was out there with that white girl. Wasn't the white girl, but he was out there with that white girl. That's why his eyes was fucked up. And
you got to say which white girl? Allegedly,
there's lots.
I'm not saying when I say white girl, it doesn't mean a person.
No, he talk about that other white girl.
Yeah, that line.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah. So I'm saying whatever's going on with this dude, he's been having issues. He's had 3 car wrecks. One was a golf club incident. The next one was him rolling his Genesis over. I think he was in the Escalade or something the first time. First of all, Tiger, stay your ass out of goddamn SUVs. That's one thing. Secondly, you're worth $1.5 billion. If you do whatever you're doing, what you said, what is it? Whatever. When you're doing shit on the side, have somebody drive you somewhere wherever you're going.
Yeah.
And I know you got a white girl that's driving you somewhere because you're dating Donald Trump's wife. I mean, her niece. Yeah. So she could at least driven you, unless you had another white girl.
That's gotta be nasty as hell.
Say Tiger had the munchies and just pay McDonald's and had to get happy. Fuck you, $10.
I'm telling you, man. What I'm just saying is, the man needs some help. Every time he gets in an accident, he realizes he's black. That's the only time he realized he's black. So,
and you made a great point there. You made a great point there, Pharaoh. Shada, with Tiger stepping away from golf, is that the right move for Tiger Woods, or does it signal that his career may never fully recover for repeated off-course issues?
Do you want the politically correct answer? Or do you want the ninja answer?
I want the real. We speak the real on this show.
Okay,
Okay.
Boondocks.
Trump ain't political. Why are you political?
Yeah.
Boondocks on that ass. Let me tell you like this, Dad. Let me tell you like this. Tiger need to realize his life was going a lot smoother when he was going in and out of them damn strip clubs. Cause when he was going out of them strip clubs, he didn't have to worry about driving. All he had to do was daggone lay his back and daggone put that snake on them daggone girls out there. You heard? Cause Tiger was slaying them. He was slaying them. And I'm telling you like that right now. Listen, if Tiger say he was looking at his phone and they found 2 hydrocodone pills in his pocket, it means that the man has a problem. Who carries around loose hydrocodone in their pocket? Like, who does that, bro? I'm saying, you have 2 loose hydrocodone in your pocket.
Hey, and guess what? Shada, he been had his surgery. He been had his surgery, Shada.
You could at least get the doctor to give you a pill.
You know damn well when we get surgery, they give us 10 pills. They said you better use them wisely. Bruh. This motherfucker is way past 10 pills.
Could you imagine him taking that damn hydrocodone, all them lint in his pocket?
I got you.
Kill himself.
I got you.
You see them pants Tiger was wearing? Them pants don't be double stitched, triple stitched like in Korea. You know,
Tim Dog, you had spinal surgery. How many damn hydrocodone pills they gave you? I'm gonna say 15 at the most. You type it in,
bro. Yeah. Hey, but with that being said, like I say, moving on to the next question. Y'all motherfucking fucking Tiger. I think we already answered this question here though.
There it is.
How much should this incident impact his legacy as we watch the final chapter of a legend, or just another comeback story waiting to happen there, Pharaoh?
You know what, man? I listen. I wish the best for the dude. I know we talking shit about the man.
Well, I don't think we talking. I don't think we talking shit. We just saying that this motherfucker should know better.
Well, like I said, we can say all these things. We don't know his personal life. We don't know how he gets down. We just know what we see and what's going on.
Exactly. You're right.
With that being said, you know, I don't have 100. I'm not $1.5 billion. I don't know what the problems are.
You probably, if you had 1.5 billion now, you might be walking around with hydrocodone in your pocket too. Shit.
Oh, the hell not.
I don't want to hear nobody say nothing about Chris Rock and New Jack City ever again with Tiger Woods walking
there
around.
There it is. With that being said, I would say I wish the man the best. Get your mental health check. Do what you got to do to get yourself back to what we know as a very influential athlete, very likable individual. We, like I said, we don't know you personally, Tiger, but we do know you represent a lot of positivity, a lot of culture. You got black people into playing golf that we never would even think of. Even when you came out with your Tiger Woods golf on EA Sports. That really put a lot of people on the map of the game that nobody really knew nothing of.
He got me started playing golf.
Right. I mean, everything. Right. That's everything. Your dad, we're going to say kudos to your dad for put you in a position to where you could be that person that we know you can be. And I don't want to hear the excuse that his dad is not here anymore. Maybe that's the catalyst of why he's doing what he's doing. I really don't want to put any pressure on anybody. But with that being said, you know what your value is. We know exactly what can happen when you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
We need to see you out there because you're the last representation we have. We don't have anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just remember, Tiger, you're black first. We know you just like these brothers down here in the South where they love their white girls, but at least pick some good looking ones if you want to fuck with them. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just glad he ain't in the Epstein files.
Man on the street, what, man? You know these damn black dudes down here pick the biggest, fattest white girls to deal with.
Nah.
Represent us.
I'm saying like this right now. Let's go ahead and
shot. Moving on, shot up. You and Pharaoh. I'm not getting in there with you and Pharaoh, y'all motherfuckers. With that being said, shot up. With this being another serious vehicle-related incident in his life, does the sports world owe Tiger support right now, or is it time for for tougher accountability and consequences?
Bruh, how much you say he worth?
1.5 billion.
Name me a bail you've ever heard in your life anywhere near $1 billion. Listen to me. Tiger Woods is he don't need to drive. There's some people that just don't need to drive. You have enough money where you could have a driver on at every corner if you want to pick you up in case you stumble out of the car. You don't need to drive, dog.
I just thought of something.
Can I say this? Can I say this before we move on, Pharaoh? Before I come back to you, maybe he was watching his phone, and I'm gonna give. Let's just say
Pornhub should not be watched while driving.
No. What I'm saying is maybe he was watching his phone, but it goes back to what everybody is saying. Tiger, with all the other incidents of you with the DUI, even though it may have been a mistake on your part, but now all the other stuff is going to come up. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe he was watching his phone and damn, oh shit, because we know, oh shit, damn, I didn't see that. Then you do something like that. But of course, this is going to happen, and especially they ask you to piss in the bottle, and you refuse to piss. Okay, he owns something, and then once I check your pocket, like Shada said, don't lose hydrocodone.
Hold on.
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Let's get it right now. Now, let's understand what happened. Tiger put his car on the side, and yes, they daggone went ahead and he took the breathalyzer. It is his right, according to the Constitution, to refuse any of those other tests, because the only test that's required here in Florida, because there's only a couple of deputies on the Florida Highway Patrol that's authorized to give the breathalyzer.
Shot. I got you. But once you refuse to take the piss test, you are already guilty of a DUI. That's state law. All the states does that. If you refuse to even blow, they could say that's a DUI. So by him refusing to take the piss test, even though he blew and it was 0, but by him refusing to do the piss test, you're guilty of a DUI.
That's right. That's
I
facts.
beg to differ, but okay.
I'm telling you, that's what it is. You beg to differ, but I'm telling you what the law say. That's what it is.
I was in that situation, and it wasn't that was not the case.
Okay, my brother. Well,
I would say his agent came out. That's why his ass flipped that fucking car.
No, I'm just saying that because it could be so many different things that could be in your system legally.
Shada, I'm agreeing with you. Shada, we agreeing with you. But what I'm saying is, but with his past history, he's already behind the 8 ball. This is not like this is his first time.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying. So he's already behind the 8 ball by him refusing. Oh shit, he already that's the third one.
There's a third one.
See what I'm saying? So you're already behind the 8 ball. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
And they know it ain't like this. He's $1.5 billion, Shada. They know his ass got chased by his wife the first time at the golf club, hit a tree, some shit, and then he ran off the road in California.
Yeah.
So it's the second time in Florida that he done flipped this goddamn vehicle.
Yeah, man. This is the last topic, man, because I want us to get a quick conversation about this going on as well.
I got something for you on this one.
Here it is right here. I'm talking about Jaden.
Yeah.
Jaden Ivey. He was just released by the Bulls. And I think he just got drafted, either last year or the year before?
Yeah, he's very new.
Yeah, he ain't been in the league that long. So, fellas, take a listen to this.
We have some NBA news out of Chicago. On Monday, the Bulls released guard Jaden Ivey for comments they deemed detrimental to the team after Ivey posted some anti-gay sentiments in a lengthy social media post. Ivey specifically took exception to the NBA's embrace of Pride Month, citing the league's, quote, unrighteousness, end quote. Ivey has been active on social media lately, vocalizing his religious views.
The world can proclaim LGBTQ. Right? They proclaim Pride Month and the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month, to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that man, this man is crazy? Don't we all, doesn't even the world make judgments on certain things?
And his statement that he did, man, was like 45 minutes long. So
Yeah,
I had to break it down. Yeah. 45 minutes long. But Pharaoh, you said you had something, but then I want you to answer this question as well. Did the Chicago Bulls make the right call cutting Jaden Ivey, or does this raise concern about where the line is between personal beliefs and professional consequences?
I would say, just like we'd say with anything else, if you don't agree with what's going on, just shut up and move on. You don't have to agree with what's going on. The NBA has put out over $600,000 of fines dealing with other players in the same position. The whole world globally, I was to say globally outside the United States, Pride Month is celebrated in these countries. So this is not anything new. But I will say, in his defense, I know he's feeling a certain way because he doesn't agree with what's going on. That's his prerogative. But I always say there's a quote or a statement that I had seen recently. It said, "Dear trans community," which is LGBT, whatever, the alphabet company, don't tell me I have to accept you for who you are when you couldn't accept yourself for who you were. And with that being said, we know people that I don't care how you live your life, but I believe that a lot of times these people's way of lives is forced upon you for you to accept something you don't believe. And I believe he's lashing out in that way. And I would say that,
what up, cuz?
Where I work,
what up, bro?
I'm exposed to that. And I have learned to realize that this is just how people live. Do I agree with it? It doesn't matter. Because I know I come home to my wife and my children, and that's all that matters to me. Do I say anything? No, I don't care anymore. I don't care. It is everybody around the world has their right to live the way they want. But what you don't want is, just because you're living that way, don't throw it in my face. Don't force me to accept your way of life. And I believe that's where he's lashing out. So to your question, was the Bulls right to let him go? I don't think they should have let him go. I do believe they could have fined him and gave him, just like anybody else. Hey, you're recovering. When you come back, we're gonna talk about it. Maybe some counts. I don't know, but you don't have to release the man just because he has a something to say. Social media is what it is. I mean, shit, it's in your face all the time.
Yeah. And the fact of the matter, Shada, I want you to answer. Just give me a quick answer on that part, but I also want to answer this as well. Is this situation really about accountability, or does it prove that in sports, your value on the court determines how much controversy a team will tolerate?
That's a great question. That's, looking at that question, my immediate reaction is that's a slippery slope.
Let me get something after you get done, Shada.
And the reason why I say that, because Farrah brought up a great point. I forgot who it was that's still in the league right now. He had a domestic violence. The NBA suspended him for 30 games. This guy, he doesn't have domestic violence. He didn't beat up a woman. He just spoke out against the LGBT community, and they cut him from the team. Now, he may not eat a team. I don't know if a team is going to take a chance with him, but if you allow somebody with a domestic violence to come back in the league and you want to suspend him, why suspend him for, cut him from the team? But
that is a very good point, man on the street. And
that'll go back to the tolerate. Can we tolerate a wife beater? But you talk about the LGBT community.
No, I was going to add John Morant's antics.
Yeah,
they tolerated that shit.
Correct.
Exactly. Go ahead, Sean. I didn't mean to cut you off.
But to go ahead and caveat to what you both just said, this is not the first time the NBA's had this issue. You remember back in the day, the Denver Nuggets had a player, awesome point guard named Abdul Raul Sharif.
Man, Chris Jackson, baby. Yes.
Yeah.
He was Muslim.
Yeah.
And because his beliefs, he believed so strongly in his beliefs, the NBA punished him.
Yeah.
They did not punish him for like what we were talking about earlier with Tiger Woods, that his game should be separated from his personal life. They punished him because at that time, the Muslim religion and their beliefs was not in line with what the NBA felt was the thing that everybody should feel. Now, to Jaden Ivey's position, Jaden Ivey is absolutely 100% correct in what he's saying. That's just me. I believe him because that's what I believe. But at the same token, he needs to understand. Tim Dahl brought up the fact that he signed a contract. Yeah. But because you signed a contract, does that mean that you give up everything that you value, that you were raised with, that you believe with wholeheartedly in your heart? So when I signed that contract, am I signing my soul away as well? Do I have no anonymity over my beliefs personally? As long as it's not in line with the NBA, then I could be persecuted because I believe a certain way. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
the purpose of all of this stuff that we're talking about in this country is freedom to do a lot of stuff. And the man, that's the way he feels. That doesn't have nothing to do with the fact of the matter that 500 people out there could decide to be trans or gay or do whatever. You're going to do what you're going to do as a person. It doesn't stop you from treating a person like a person. You might not agree with what they're doing, but you daggone shouldn't be punishing him for the mere fact that he has a belief, that spiritual belief, because they love Israel, but Israel over here killing people by the hundreds.
I got you. Go ahead, Farrah. What you got to say?
I was going to say, it's crazy that, I know we're talking about Jaden Ivey because I think they're giving him a raw deal by releasing him. I don't understand what they're protecting. But what I would say that when Raouf, how you say his name, Chris Jackson, aka, he was in the league doing two prominent Muslims, and they chastised him. That's what's crazy. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Hakeem Olajuwon.
Correct.
So I don't understand, what was the premise of him getting getting chastised for what he was believing, because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did that earlier in his career.
I think the factor was that, just like with Colin Kaepernick about the flag,
I'm saying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did that prior to that.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about Raul. I'm talking about Raul. Basically, and for him, but I guess what I'm saying is that with the Jaden Ivey situation, going back to Tim Dahl, you did sign a contract. And one thing about these leagues, nobody's bigger than the goddamn shield or whatever the hell they call it, the badge in the NBA. And they put the NBA in a bad light. Even though I totally agree with what he said, his belief. He wasn't in uniform. It wasn't like he had the Chicago Bulls uniform. He was in his street clothes making a video. But like they say, everything has consequences. Just like me, I make a lot of videos. Y'all know I make a lot of them. If the job was to come to tell me, say, hey, you say the wrong thing, either you change up or we might have to let you go. Now, I choose to do what I do, knowing that something may come about it. He did what he did, and what happened? The team let him go. So that's the slope you have to either walk up or slide down. Just like just like they say, like I heard allegedly, they say, well, we can't tell him what to say because he's on his personal time. As long as he's not doing it at the job, he can say what the hell he want to say because this is America. So,
but you see how that goes.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's why I said it was a slippery slope, because the fact of the matter is, we're in a country where do you have an administration and they're trying to convince us that if you are at a certain status in this country, you could be dictated to what you think and what you do.
Can I just say this quick, like though, Shada? I think that for the NBA and the NFL, you're a player. If you got that contract for 3 years, you're under their rules, no matter if you on the field, off the field, on the court, off the court, because everything reflects back on the shield. And I totally agree with you with your personal opinions. You should be able to voice them. But as a company, and I'm going to use them as a company, you're embarrassing us, because we have people that are part of that community. We have people that are part of another community, and we don't want to alienate any of them. We want to incorporate everybody into it. So we're going to make we're going to make an example out of your ass. So everybody else could get in line. Hold your goddamn tongue, or you'll be a Jaden Ivey. But I totally agree with you, what you just said, though.
But listen, I'm gonna go color here because at the same time, the people we're talking about has had these issues.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about the Butler guy on Kansas City. That was a stain, but they slapped him on the wrist and he's still out there kicking.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Let's talk about what's going on with Drewski and the Kirk chick. It's like, you could talk about these people, but how dare you talk about those people?
Yeah.
Regardless
that's what I'm saying.
What you with the shield or not. And once again, we're talking about an organization that has a cap space.
But that's what we just said, though. It goes back to the question: how much we able to tolerate what you do?
I think Jaden Ivey has something bigger going on. That's why he don't give a shit.
No, this is what it is. Jaden Ivey is not one of the top players in the NBA.
Right.
He's not. If it was a top NBA player saying this, we could tolerate that person. We could cut this guy loose because who he is.
Correct.
And that's basically what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree 100% with you on that, man, on the street. But the bottom line still remains, from a personal perspective, from right and wrong, morality-wise, we all know what he's dealing with. But it doesn't change the fact that, he did sign up, because I used to have an issue with people that would join the Army and all of a sudden scream, "Oh, yeah, I have hair." You knew that when you were joining, that was part of prerequisite. You know what I'm saying?
And also, I would say that his mother is the head coach at Notre Dame, and Notre Dame is what, Catholic school, I believe.
Correct.
Yes. So it may go back to that as well. Quick, when Shada sent it out, I got a quick question on this, fellas. I need a quick answer here. Talking about the young lady from the NFL, she's suing them. So, Pharaoh, if the National Football League says she was fired for underperformance, but she claimed bias, evaluation, unequal treatment, how do we separate performance from possible discrimination? This is the female referee suing the goddamn league. Your thoughts?
This is what we talked about when we said that they was going to allow them in the league in the first fucking place. We knew this shit was going to come about. We know this shit was going to come about. So with that being said, this is a money grab, far as I'm concerned, and I don't care. I understand equality and giving opportunity. I get that. But damn it, you with a bunch of grown-ass gladiators out there in whatever is going on, and you expect not to be said, you're too soft. You shouldn't have got the job in the first damn place.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like it's now it's going to be a problem. It's a problem now.
Shad, you heard what Pharaoh just said, but also, does this lawsuit expose a cultural problem with how the NFL treat women officials?
It's a man's world. I mean, we've been playing NFL football since when have we ever had? We said it when they were doing this on this very same podcast. This is what we were afraid of. As soon as you disagree with one of them, how quick are they going to say, "Oh, guess what? You did this." It's the same crap I was going through when that raggedy ass damn heifer, Aaron Andrews, was suing, talking about, so-and-so said so-and-so mean to live in the damn locker room. And bro, Lisa Salters and all these people been into that going NFL since I was a kid. They know that when you go in the locker room, something's gonna be said. This is what's gonna happen. You don't walk into a pig's pen and expect a daggone mule to say something to you. Come on, man. You knew you knew the environment you were going into. These are high-strung gladiators, like the man said. Half of them want some stuff. They're in pain, and they daggone want to go party, and you want to go in there right after the game when they daggone coming out of the cold tub.
I'm gonna give you the last.
But even if it is the other referee, let's take the players out of it. Let's just say you're getting fired because you couldn't make the calls, but you're saying now that because I made the wrong calls, nobody, and you're supposed to have been trained, because this is a male-dominated profession, now it's discrimination. When just suck it up, you fucking suck.
You remember when Obama made that damn rule and everybody started going to daggone, all these men started going in these places, talk about discrimination because I'm trans and I'm this and I'm that, and you treat me funny. Man, I don't got time for that.
I'm gonna give you the last one, Tim Dahl, since you came back. What do you think about the situation with the female referee suing the NFL?
Show me the tape.
Okay, then we ended on that. But that being said, fellas,
let me add one thing. Remember when we said the NFL officials should hold? Remember I was saying that
we talked about
they should do
this.
a press conference at the end. That way we can grade you. And now you
had
can't
a discussion
say
about
to
this.
say that we know that you suck. You got a negative 12 out of 16 or 17 games. You got 12 points. You're leading the league in fucked up calls. I'm just being hypothetical here. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? You got to go. No, now you're picking on me. No, we had a press conference at the end and you got graded, and the fans say you got to go. Is that discrimination at this point?
I got you.
No. Hey, can I say something real quick? No, I know you want to go, but Farrell, you can't say that, she got hit on or couldn't handle the situation that was going on the sideline. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time,
no, I said take that out of that. Take that away.
Yeah. But at the same time, in order for them to do that to her, they have to have legal liability. Like Man on the Street was talking about, the label, the brand. The NFL wouldn't just fire her without cause, without having evidence or at least probable cause to fire her.
Right.
She may have been a bad referee, whatever, judge, but she's trying to do this, to gain back her dignity because she know that she fucked up, like you said. But this is like a last desperate pitch to try and
she's the third woman
human
to ever be hired in the NFL.
There you go. So this is like, a desperate move for her. This is about her career, her legacy, about everything. And you're not just going to give up just like that. You're going to fight. So regardless if you right or wrong, we all human.
Yeah.
So
cry me them white tears. Cry me them white tears.
Farrell, you can say anything you want, but you would do the same thing.
Yeah, like
I'm not a woman, so I would not know.
I'm not talking.
We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens because it's the league. She like I said, she's going against one of the most powerful industry businesses ever, which is the NFL. And they
Donald Trump lost that.
Yeah, and they are a close goddamn knit group. Fellas, you usually by now we be into our discussion, but we're gonna table our discussion to next week. They're gonna have a discussion of the week. We table that because we went too goddamn long. I gotta shut y'all motherfuckers up. I'm gonna start cutting y'all off. Shit, that's the only way to get my show.
What took you so damn long?
Tell Pharaoh come on time. Maybe we can start on time.
Nah, it is. Oh, we did start late. My bad. I forgot about that. We did start late, so we might be on time, man. But no, we're gonna table that because now it's time for my main man Shada. But what this week's sports history. What you got, Shada?
Yo, so I know a lot of y'all don't know what the heck who that was, but that was Everton Weekes in 1953 in this day in sports. West Indian cricketer batsman Frank Worrell, who scored 237, Clyde Walcott, who scored 118, and Everton Weekes scored 109, all make centuries in the first inning of a drawn fifth test versus India in Kingston, Jamaica. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, I know a lot of people don't know about cricket in the United States, but that's one of the sports that I grew up playing in Jamaica, soccer and cricket. It's somewhat like baseball, but it's scored differently. And if you want to just look it up, but it's extremely rare for three players on the same team to score that high in the first inning of a cricket game. So in 1953, Everton Weekes joined those other two, Clyde Walker, as the only in centuries, all centuries in a cricket game.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for that man shot up.
You said how many? 100 and what?
Yeah, 109, 237, and 118. All three of them scored in one game in the first inning.
Yeah,
that's.
I tell you like this. I try to watch cricket, man. I don't get the rules. I like these motherfuckers.
Oh, you score a lot if you place it right.
Hey, listen.
Damn, what I'm saying to dog. Listen, what I'm saying. Listen to what I just said. I said I try to watch cricket. I ain't say shit about scoring. I said I try to watch it. What I say, I just didn't get it. That's don't. Pharaoh, you don't gave me a new shit. Tim Dog, we're not building a clock. Okay, listen what the fuck I just said. God damn.
No, your ass been drinking.
No, I don't know cricket. I know they take this ball, they wind up, they bounce it, and they hit the damn thing.
Yeah,
and it's called wicket. It's called wicket.
Yeah, and then they got a thing like a stopper at the back. If you hit that, I don't know if you out. If you hit that, I don't know.
It's called wicket. Yes, if it wickets, if you bowl the ball and you hit one of the wickets, yay, you're out.
Right, see what I'm saying? Right. All right then. All right. See, I just learned a rule. Thank you for that, shot. All right, fellas, man. I know I've been gone for a while. Tim Dog, I don't know if you had a weird sport or not. Fellas, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the show. We bring you weird sports that you could do if you're not a true athlete. If you can't play football, baseball, basketball.
That I invited today.
No, I'm gonna tell you like this. Today's weird sports, we all done did it. Or we all done used it. I didn't know it was a competition. I didn't know it was a competition. But let's go down a list of weird sports that we have covered. Hey, we done covered extreme ironing. If you could iron, hey, you could do extreme ironing. Slippery stairs. Beer mile. Oh, you know I could do that. Yeah. Shit, I could walk a mile to get the beer.
What was the one where you carry your wife on your back and do the
wife carrying? Buried in your pants.
Pillar racing.
Man, we done did, man, pillar fighting. Man, we done gave you so much shit. Man, but this one right here takes the goddamn cake because we all done messed with this program. We all done used this program. Now you could be a champion at this program.
Man, I'm a little.
Alrighty. Welcome back to the Microsoft Excel World Championships.
Audience, we're going to need your help. Big hype for this one as we get down to 3, 2, 1. Excel. Here we go. All right, we're seeing all of our players on the screen here, all on the final stage tonight. Again, Michael Jarman with his Lambda sheet popped in there, Lambda controls, which might come in handy for some origami folding.
That's right. If they don't have a Lambda to fold origami right now, they will after this case.
Yes.
Guarantee that, right?
Look at this giant sheet of paper that our players have to work through and make folds in it.
That's right. Now, this sheet of paper, like everyone's sort of looking at it, you can see there's some examples of paper. There are 8 folds or 8 numbers that come up, 8 along the top, 8 along the side. The full sheet of paper is like 256 by 256. There is a lot of cells in there. Now, it's still close match, right? And the top score is 160. All you need is some points on the board to get off bottom place right now. So Kobe is in danger with just 0 points, but Zhang's only ahead by 4, right? So only need to score a little bit.
If I was still in the army, I could do that. But right now, who gives a fuck?
They had commentators.
Kobe has 0 points. Oh my goodness! Look like he put that in the wrong
slot. That shit like a bad minesweeper game.
So let me get this. I want to make sure I want to make sure that I am streamlined in my thinking. This is a competition of people with Excel.
That's right.
And they give them a certain
Microsoft
task
Excel.
and they have to generate graphs
That's right.
and stuff. So
That's right. Oh my
that's not
God.
what Chat GPT is for and AI.
No, man, this is the cell. That was the
that was a spreadsheet you had to create.
That was the 2025 championship. The 2026 one is going on right now. And this is part of the esports. This is an esports thing.
So they don't make nothing for PS5 for this bullshit.
Listen, there is how do you advertise that to get anybody to buy into it?
It says Microsoft Excel. You know what Excel does, right?
Bro, everybody, that is the most hated program around the world.
Hey, when I was in the army, when I was down at Fort Dix, I learned how to use Excel because I saw 500 soldiers a day and process between who was deployable and non-deployable. So hell yeah,
straight up Armageddon by
look how happy Tim Dahl and I got. Man, this is a sport I could do.
You know why?
Yeah, like I said, if I was still in the army, see,
because
that
game,
you feel me, right?
Is instant nerdum.
Yeah,
instant nerdum.
No.
Tim Dog is instant nerd.
Oh my goodness, man!
It just
all I know is if you told somebody that where I grew up, you were gonna get beat up.
Yeah, you get beat up. But ladies and gentlemen,
understand Excel. Excel is for
Tim Dog. We not building Tim Dog. We not building a clock. Fuck that. Fuck that.
You ain't building a clock. What that mean?
Tim Dog, I would say that
camera moving with
Excel probably went along your lines of writing music.
Yeah,
that's why your ass liked it.
My camera done moved on me.
It's something that's meticulous. And
what's wrong with your camera, man?
Because I done got this high power shit and that moved on me, but it's okay though. But that's our weird sport of the week. I got it back though. I got it back, Pharaoh. Got it back right now. Oh shit, you still see some.
15 seconds to fix that.
Yeah, I got it. My main man Pharaoh with his trivia question of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Pharaoh, King, what you got for us this week, my brother?
All right, everybody. We've just been we started the show off talking about the Final Four with the women and men's. So this question is about the men's Final Four, and here we go.
Where it is? Where is that? Where is it at? Where is it at? There it is.
All right. So question is, what was the last men's program to reach the Final Four 3 times in a 4-season span prior to UConn?
UCLA.
Yeah.
My answer was Duke.
Yeah. Duke could go one too.
Is that the last men's program? For the last one.
In a 4-season
I would say I would say Duke too. And that was prior to UConn, I would say Duke.
It's UCLA because UCLA, they went with Kareem.
No. Listen to the question. The last, that was in what? 2000? I mean, the 1960s.
That was a long time ago.
Long time ago.
Okay, prior to UConn. I don't know. Shit. Villanova. Shit. Give me Villanova.
Duke or North Carolina, but
Villanova. I'm going Villanova. Shit.
All right. Say Duke or Kentucky.
Well, I don't know. I guess Joe's not with us no more. Here's y'all's answer.
I said
Kentucky Wildcat. Yeah, Kentucky Wildcats. Yeah.
I was thinking that in the back of my head too.
Mike Krzyzewski,
Yeah.
man. Krzyzewski,
Yeah.
whatever his name was.
No, not with Kentucky. Mike Krzyzewski was Duke.
Nah, yeah, I mean the black dude.
No, they never had a black head coach.
Yeah, hell, he was
They only had one black head coach. The dude used to coach for the Georgia. Then he came there.
No,
I got his name. But they had what's my man name? Oh fuck, nah.
Was it Rick Pitino?
Rick Pitino. But it was a dude before Rick Pitino though.
Yeah, that's the only one I remember from Kentucky.
Because Rick Pitino came from Louisville,
right?
But hey, Denny something. Oh, fuck him. I forgot the dude's name. But thank you for that, Pharaoh. It'll come to me. I can't stand Kentucky. I hate that motherfucking team. Ever since they had that racist ass head coach, them in Alabama, can't stand neither one of them motherfuckers. But thank you for that, Pharaoh. Shit, Pharaoh King trivia question of the week. I've been drinking. Thank you for that, Pharaoh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's been a long
Rick Pitino and Tubby Smith.
Yeah, Tubby Smith. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Tubby Smith was University of Georgia head coach. That's the only black coach that I knew Kentucky ever had. And he left University of Georgia and went there. But who was the coach before that, though?
Rick Pitino.
No, there was another coach before Rick Pitino.
No, before Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino.
Rick Pitino left and went to Louisville. Denny Crum was the head coach at Louisville before Rick Pitino. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm looking at the championships because in '97, who was the coach then? Yeah, because in between, because there was a coach there for 1 year between Rick Pitino and Tubby Smith. Yeah, you're right.
But what I'm saying is that
Jim Calhoun at UConn days.
Yeah, because Rick Pitino was the head coach at Louisville and Kentucky, but Denny Crum was the head coach at Louisville with when they won the championship with Never Nervous with Purvis Ellison. When they won the championship. Never Nervous. That's what they call it, Never Nervous Purvis. But
yeah,
he's garbage in the NBA though. But fellas, man, good conversation. I'm gonna have to put a time clock for next week because we went over the time limit that we usually
over.
But the man on the street is back. Hey, kind of rusty, but we'll be back next week, ladies and gentlemen. But before we go, we always like to give you something funny, something to think about. Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go, my brother? And make sure you shout out your social media as well.
What I got for the people is this. Gas prices are high, and I'm sure y'all asses ain't driving like you used to. And I'm sure because I know I'm not. I filled my car up one time this month, and guess where I went? Walmart 2 miles away, physical therapy 3 miles away, Walmart 2 miles away. You get what I'm saying? So if you can't, carpool. Remember back in the day when gas was high, you tried to say carpool, use public transportation. But whatever you do, don't just get pissed off, get in your car, drive somewhere that you really don't have to go to, and then complain about the gas because you wasted it on your own dumbass. Tim Dog, Father's Love 99, Instagram. Follow me.
Tim Dog, you're supposed to be boycotting Walmart. If that's the only place you got to go, I get it.
Man, fuck that. If Walmart got cheap gas, I'm going to Walmart for gas.
Walmart has the worst gas, and you're gonna be going to the
whoa. See.
A main man shot.
All you gotta do is some fuel injector.
We're not building clocks. We're building clocks. We're trying to close the goddamn clock. My main man shot out of Jamaica, aka Connecticut, aka now in Florida. What you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media as well so the people can follow you.
Well, you see it down there, so one love, shout out Blue Sky and shout out 39 at Yahoo. Lick me up anytime you want to link up. We can talk back and forth. So, in lieu of everything that's going on in the world, I would just like to say, I finally understand what it is all about being a granddad. I understand when my grandfather was the way he was with me growing up. And this is what they say when you are blessed enough to see your second and third generations. I absolutely understand it. So I would like to thank the Lord for giving me the time to spend this time to enjoy my grandbabies. And I wish the world and everybody the chance to experience that kind of happiness and joy. For right now, I'm just going to wrap myself in that, keep me warm at night, because you know this world is on fire. We're crazy right now. So hold on to those things that keep that smile on your face. My granddaughter does it for me. So keep doing what you're doing out there, world, and we'll see you on the next time.
That's what I'm talking about, Shada.
And he put out a soliloquy, proliloquy.
My main man, Pharaoh King. What you got before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media as well.
To go along with these brothers prior to me, just enjoy your life, because like I said, you gotta 75 years, 75 Christmases, 75 birthdays, 75 whatever. We're not on this planet that long. But remember this: the founding fathers owned hundreds of slaves while writing, "All men are created equal."
It is
hypocrisy,
bro.
And then ask the smart ones to build the city.
So that's all I have to say about that. Y'all take it for what it is.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, the man on the street don't have anything. These brothers done said everything that I was going to say. They watch my notes. But you can always find the Man on the Street show. Man, I'll be dropping videos like hotcakes. And I want to thank again everybody that's been following me, everybody that was leaving the comments, everybody that likes my videos. That just gave me more incentives to make more. But
you tired of me yet?
Nah, man. Hey, keep commenting, man. Like I said, it's all about consistency. You got it makes me want to do video. After we leave here, I'm probably dropping another video as well. But you can also catch me at Creative Canvas Expressions. That's my AI channel. I just tell AI what I wanted to do. AI does it. Hey, and I put it up. Hey, I already see the AI is going to take over, so I'm going to try to get friendly with them right now. But you can always catch us every Friday night at 8 o'clock or 2 cigars in a blunt. Man, we talk about news, entertainment, politics. You want to come down and hang out with the fellas while we smoke some cigars, have a couple of drinks, have a couple of laughs, you're welcome to do that. Then you want to stick around for our after show. Oh, man, that's where it really goes down. Like Tim Dawg famously said, usually we go straight, we will make a right turn. But by the end of the goddamn show, we're going to make that left. We're going to drive that bitch right off the goddamn cliff. But make sure you come back next Wednesday night at 7 o'clock for the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. All we do is talk about sports, and we do that very, very well. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street.
I am. Why do women rub their eyes when they wake up? Because they ain't got no balls to scratch. Pharaoh King, I'm out.
What do you see? What do you see when the Pillsbury Doughboy bends over? Donuts. Tim Dawg from Bimbo.
Oh, Tim, you can't beat the one. You can't beat Pharaoh got you tonight.
I have nothing. Shout out
That's
to
what she
Orlando.
said.
The rest of us on this planet think in a different terms of these other people. So see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all be safe out there. If you're going out there in the street, be careful. Like Tim Dawg said, gas is high. Hey, if you can take public transportation, take public transportation. Or you like me, I only put $25 in my damn truck. Get me to work. Everything is easy.
Right now is a good time to invest in the e-car.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all check us out on Friday night at 8 o'clock for 2 cigars and a blunt. Hey, it's gonna go down. Like they say, let the young people say, go down in the DM. With that, ladies and gentlemen,
UConn!
South Carolina Gamecocks. Let's go.
Let's
go. Let's go.